Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Welcome everyone. Welcome to a new week. A lot of new opportunities. I'll explain what's on my screen in a second. I'll answer all the all the warm welcomes for the chat. So guys, just one thing, keep in mind in the description, we're not financial advisors, okay? So everything you do take and trade and stuff like that is on you. Understand we're just providing free technical and fundamental analysis. If you're looking for a buy and sell signal kind of channel, this is not the channel for you. We look for trade setups, trade ideas for the best opportunities, all right? So with that being said, guys, I just want to go over quickly. Um, One second. I have to start my music here, guys. I need some music, some David Guetta. He gets me going, guys. All right, so this was the end of last week. Okay, this was a huge sell-off we held on Friday's call. All right, you can see massive selling pressure. This is on the 10-minute time frame. All right, and then remember we're coming into this higher time frame zone. This is demand. So look, we had our pretty much a trade idea set right here. All right, bouncing out of demand from the nice massive sell-off. Okay, and as you can see that if you remembered that number 1782.3 roughly area, you would have been a little bit, made a couple pips, reversed. But if you were to watch price action, we have a nice engulfing candlestick here, breaking above that 9 EMA, walking up, and you can see that gold roughly would have ran for maybe 20 pips, depending if you remembered. So, guys, keep in mind when I leave these on here, it's for a reason. They don't always work out, obviously, just like trading, but if you guys remembered and watched YouTube videos again, you could have probably remembered this idea and had a good potential trade if you got it. You can tell even here you would have a second opportunity bouncing right out of that 1782 area. Okay, so guys, it's 7. All right, you can tell that gold is trying to break that 200 exponential moving average on the 10 minutes. You can see it's right there, so keep this in mind. If it breaks above, right, we're going to have a nice little movement. It is forming a triple top here, but it's kind of an ascending angle. See 1, 2, 3, but all of these wicks are starting to make higher highs. Okay, this wick is lower than this previous wick. This previous wick is lower than this previous wick. All right, so you can see that they're still trying to push it up with nice volume. They're holding it above the 9 EMA. All right, so guys, we're going to go to a top down. So just remember that gold is attempting to break this exponential moving average on 10-minute time frame. All right, so I'm going to erase this. All right, we're going to go to the daily. And we're going to see what gold looks like on the daily. So, guys, if you didn't check it out either last night, Ron went live and did a market forecast. All right, so make sure to check that video. It's literally the one that's going to be previous to this one. So it's always good to remember to do those simply because it shows you good outlooks at what potential price has been and where it can go. All right, so with that being said, let's get down to some charting here, and we'll answer some questions briefly after. All right. What are your guys' thoughts on gold? Do you guys think gold is going to be bullish? Do you think it's going to be bearish? What are your guys' thoughts? I like hearing it from the group as well. There's a pretty good following here, so there's a lot of really good traders who watch it too, and I definitely appreciate you guys signing on and joining and helping us. But I always like to ask what you guys think, where gold can be, different things like that. All right. All right. So you can see that right now, I'm if you listened last week. I told you anytime around this 200 EMA, you're going to have kind of consolidation movement before having next big moves. Price was rejected out of the supply, tried to retest and break in, but then shot right back down. All right, so all right, guys. Sorry if I'm not going to be too interactive. I'm just going to make sure we get the charting done, and so we're good to go. All right. Remember, we use well, I use pretty much white as my higher time frame, basically horizontal raise. All right, and I use a baby blue as soon as we get under the 30-minute, or sorry, the hourly. My bad. All right. Okay, so daily we're going to drop down to the 4-hour. And you can see on the 4-hour time frame we dipped in demand. Nice little bottom wick here. It roughly bottomed out at 1771. All right, roughly area. Guys, remember, trading view is a little bit different than actual MetaTrader 4. Because if you're seeing a little different numbers, it's just because it's off. Okay, so when I put these price flags on here, all right, it's in the general area. Okay, all charts are different. Even some brokers are different. So it's in the general area. All right. So I'm waiting. I wanted to see this candle be broken down so we can get some nice resistance forming. You can see it started to form that triple top M pattern that tried to break down but was rejected and then pushed back to the upside. You can see that they're starting to form a nice little uptrend right here on the 4-hour. All right, with these bottom wicks. So we'll wait and see how that's going to look when we get to a lower time frame. All right. So you can see on the hourly, I just want to see if there's any, okay. Always make sure you're getting your ceiling and your floors. Very important. And you can see that they're still making a bounce out of here. Higher high, higher low. Tried to make higher high and higher low here, but now it's getting some of that resistance simply because it's below that 200 exponential moving average. All right. Guys, yes, we do have some red folders here. We'll go over that as soon as I finish charting it. All right. We do have a big red folder news today at 10 a.m. All right. So that's really important that we need to understand key areas that potentially gold could get to, and also what news like that can do. All right, so we've traded news live before, and you know that how volatile it can get. All right, so it's always make sure we're practicing proper risk management. That's what this channel is all about. All right, making sure that we're trying to be as risk minded as possible. A lot of bearish momentum coming out of here at roughly 8 a.m. All right, so now that was on the 29th. We're on the 1st here, so you can see it's made a nice little 4 a.m. bullish bounce. So we got to make sure that we're grabbing these areas right here. Okay, and you don't want to get too many touches. You just want to keep the key areas and then obviously consolidate it, break it down further and further and further until you get closer to actual live price. All right. So from the hourly, we're going to drop now down to 30 minutes. Okay, you can see clear as day, guys. This is what gold is doing. It's kind of getting rejected from the bounce here. Made a nice little kiss, closing below, and now you're getting a little bit of bearish momentum starting to form. There's still about 19 minutes left on the 30-minute. Okay, it's currently, you can see at the bottom here, 710. So price at 7 a.m. is getting currently rejected, okay, on the 30-minute time frame, which obviously we'll be able to see a little bit better when we get down to the 5-minute. All right, clean up everything. And we're going to drop down to the 15-minute. Okay, see how price is starting to curl now. 3 minutes on the 15-minute candle here. Getting some resistance forming. One key thing you all can do on smaller time frame too is draw a lower time frame supply and demand. All right, you can see the touches of the wicks right there. Every time it's bounced, you are getting rejected. All right. All right. Heavy resistance. 200 EMA. We're fighting supply area. Most likely going to come back down and make a bounce roughly right around this previous consolidative structure before making its next move either to the move bullish or bearish. All right. On hourly candles, gold does tend to do some head fakes. All right. So just keep that in mind. So, 1 sec here, guys. clear as day. Now we have to find the key areas that price can get held up at. So let's look at 10-minute right now. Okay, so we have a shoulder here. So this is a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, you can see price made here, made potential neckline, starting to come here, made the other shoulder, came to the neckline right here. Now you can see it starting to break down. Okay, so it made a head and shoulder coming out of 15-minute supply, which is why you're getting that sell-off here. Okay, guys, if you're messaging the website or anything like that, I will get back to you as soon as the stream is done. Okay. Perfect. Okay, you can see gold is getting heavily rejected here, so let's drop down into 5 and see what's happening. Remember that head and shoulder pattern I drew on the higher time frame? Look at how potentially powerful this is. All right, you're getting a lot of sell-off. So guys, if you took a sell anywhere around this supply area, even if you got it at the neckline, you know what I mean, the drop down there, you're up at least 17 pips, even on the 5 minutes. Okay, so now we have to remember we got to see the next potential area where price can get actually some support, and then maybe make its next potential move. All right. This, if we stretch it across, you can see that it was acting as nice resistance. Had fake here, pushed down, made a move, found some good support, and then pushed to the upside, acting as resistance now. So that's a nice area, roughly 1783.5. Okay, guys, and it's not like you're just hammering sells right now because you see candles. Just be patient. It's still 7:15. You can see there's a lot of momentum, but now we're coming to a key area right before the potential next move. All right, look at the selling pressure that we currently have. We dive in here, you can really see. All right, new candles opening on the 5 minute. This is your 15-minute candle. All right, you can see it's continuing bearish. Now it's approaching that key support that we have right here at 1783. We're going to see if we're going to get a nice little move, finding support here, or if it's going to continue in the bearish momentum and break down to this next demand area, which would be a zone-to-zone trade. Okay. Now, I haven't added any indicators or anything like that, so it's always good to add the 9 EMA. You can see bearish engulfing candlestick right here led to the overall continuation and the breakdown. All right. Here's RSI. You can see it's heavily oversold. All right, 50 line, as soon as we broke below, you can see right here breaking the MA 50 line. That's why you get that massive selling pressure here, breaking the 200 as well. All right, so about 4 minutes left here before we make our next move, so let's just wait and see what's going to happen. We're not overbought or oversold yet, so it's good to just keep an open mind that price can still reject and make a move. It can have a retest up to the 200, which would be your break, your retest, and then have a continuation. But because of the time, you can see it's already made 2 big moves. All right, so we got to make sure we understand now that price is starting to make a bounce here, so we're not going to chase. All right, let it do its thing, let it have a potential retest before making its next big move. All right, guys, what are your spreads and what's the broker that you use? If you don't mind, put it in the chat. Let other people see. All right. There we go, guys, starting to sell off. All right, looking good. The area that it can get to, you can see it was looking for a zone-to-zone trade. Obviously, we have the man right there, but it's heavily potentially coming to an oversold area. So I'm saying price can still have a continuation, all right, but as to how far. So let's check out our first 15-minute candle. You can see, look at this, triple top, head and shoulder pattern. The shoulder was a little higher than this previous head, so triple top. It's also very nice. You can call this as well. And then obviously within this area right here is the head and shoulders. All right. So let's see on the 5 minute again. So you see how that key area right there is just getting a little hold up. The sellers are trying to continue, right? You're getting a lot of buyers coming in from the bottom wick. It's just because in previous structure right there, if you wanted to draw a smaller, lower time frame zone, this is what it would look like. All right, bottom wick right there, leading into this bottom of this candle, finding support. Okay, and then if she breaks, you can make this actually a neutral candle. Right now, it's currently sitting as demand. All right, but you can switch it over to a neutral, which means we're waiting for the next move to happen to see if it's going to hold support or resistance. Okay, so now we're waiting for the bounce. All right, in terms of gold. So that's what I mean. Like, we would have, if we would have traded a little earlier, we would have caught the nice move here. Trust me. But now it's in that indecisive area. We just have to wait for the next move. All right. 1 minute left here. So what I'm looking for is to see if price is going to make a move up here. You're going to have a retest. You're going to have to see right here. It's going to be a key area. There's a lot of selling pressure. If it's going to break there, you got to wait for the retest and then have a continuation. Okay, but you can see with the engulfing candlestick right there, that's if it picks up a lot of buying power. All right. If sellers continue, all right, you're looking at something like this, having a continuation sell here. You can see with all the movement over here, every time it gets in this demand area, you see engulfing candlesticks, bullish volume, and finally they take control of it, riding it up. All right. If it's going to hold to sell, you got to wait and see if it's going to close and hold below this area and have the continuation, at least down to this 15-minute demand area. All right. So that's why this is neutral right now, because it's in an opportunity for both moves to happen. Okay. If that makes sense to you guys, hopefully it does. If you're not, just maybe watch the channel for a bit. I know there's a lot of people actually signing on here, so this is a patience game now. All right. There's still 18 seconds left. Always have your stop loss. If you're entering in the sell here, guys, have your stop loss at the 200 area. Okay, a little bit below depending on your account before making this next move. All right. So key points on gold. We'll draw them up here. Okay. So remember the key points, guys. 10, 15 pips. All right. Once you happen, if you hit that, move your stop loss to break even. Take the trade if you like, or leave a trailing stop. TS is trailing stop. Okay. Use proper risk management if you're new. Understand this. And gold is below the daily 200 MA. All right. So what I mean by that is, here's the moving average right here. We are below it. We are below the 9 EMA. The candle is currently in a formation of a doji candle. If I were to move everything over, you can see this candle right here. It's pushing and pulling, just a neutral candle. All right. So that's on the daily. That's why I told you right now it's in a little bit of indecision before making its next move. Okay. All right. Okay, about 3 minutes left. Let's watch and see. We have our pathways. Remember, I'm going to put in a target right here. All right. This is the overall area, 1783.4. All right, you probably want to do 0.5, 50%, or making its next move, okay? And the overall target for both directions, and that's why you watch price. All right, 1781. So we're looking at maybe a potential 30 pip move down to the demand, okay? If it starts to walk to the upside, guys, the overall target, like I said, it's got to break through here first. So we'll wait and see what the overall target will be. You can see the moving averages are almost starting to cross right now, which that's the case. this pathway will start to follow continuing, and you'll see a nice little drop here, depending on maybe about 10 pips, if you get these moving averages crossed. If not, they can gather support and walk back up, and it's going to be a head fake. It's just going to come right back down and dip and make its next move. You can see that the RSI, Relative Strength Index, is starting to curl here, okay? Starting to curl, all right? And another key thing which led to this sell-off, on 5 minute, you can see that price is kind of flat, all right? Where the higher price on the chart is making a nice little high here, okay? That's why you're getting that starting of the reversal, and then eventually starting to break below that 50 right here, which led to that huge continuation, all right? So price is starting to break below here. All right, you can see that's about a minute and 26 left. You can wait until the candle closes. Right, have your stop loss nice and tight if you'd like, depending on your account. Right, make sure you understand that you're trading in between a 15-minute and a pretty much between 15-minute candles, 7:15 to 7:30. All right, so just keep in mind, tight stop loss if you'd like, depending on your account, 2% risk, not much more than that. Use smaller lot sizes, guys. You don't want to be over leveraging anything. There's no point of that. There's plenty of opportunities here for continuations, so just keep that in mind, all right? Guys, what do you want me to chart? Do you want me to chart GBP USD or EU? Which one do you want me to chart? All right. So remember, guys, you're fighting against some pressure here. 20 seconds left, right? If you got in from up here and you're selling, keep in mind you're looking good, but there's a lot of buyers there, right? A lot of buying opportunity has come here. So the target, you know, if it gets down here, it's nice, but you want to be securing some partials along the way, all right? You want to be securing some partials along the way just so you can understand. You don't always let these things run, all right? Securing some 10, 15 pips is the overall goal. Well, from this move to this move, 1783.5, say to right here, 1782.4. All right, you can see that's maybe a 9 pip move depending on your spread. Commissions 6, 7. All right, depending on where you got in. But why I'm putting that one right there, you can see it's a bounce from the bullish engulfing here, bouncing out to the next previous support, starting to walk up. Okay, that's the next area. So that's why you could act as your first TP, right? And then the next TP is obviously you can see would be somewhere in this area right here, judging by the zone. So it could be a head fake coming down here, guys. So if you're in the sell, you have to watch for price for the continuation. All right, very important to understand that 5, 10, 15 pips is the overall goal. If you're aiming for more and trying to be greedy and holding, it's not the best thing for you. Okay, so this trade right there, it's not bad, but we need to have the overall continuation. All right, it's 7:26, so we're waiting for the first 30-minute candle to actually appear. And then you can see if you're waiting now, guys, if you didn't take it and you're still waiting because you saw this movement, this was the best move right here. All right, we're following the continuation. All right, there's a lot of selling pressure starting to form here, so just remember to keep your finger on the trigger in case price does make a nice little bounce to the upside. All right. Okay, so I'm going to leave this for now, guys. I want to add an alert here. All right, and I want to add one right up here at the overall stop loss area, if you're putting it there. Okay, you can see that price is starting to make a bounce. All right, so short-term scalping, you just have to keep in mind, just watch, guys. Watch for overall price, see how it's getting a nice little momentum push here. So if you didn't get on this, don't chase right now. Okay, you can see that price is starting to reverse and go to the upside. All right, you can see all this buyers starting to accumulate. All right, and they still haven't made a nice little potential retest here. So let's just see what's actually going to happen in terms of the retest candle. You can see that price, in terms of moving average, they just recently crossed each other. Okay, so that's why you got that nice little continuation sell. But in terms of the overall power of the overall momentum and volume, the selling power is very strong still. and the buyers are gonna have to come in at some point, right? Here's your pullback. So that's what I'm saying. Just monitor this trade, guys. I'm gonna actually switch over and flip to GBP USD. A lot of people, like GU. All right, I do personally, and then we'll look at maybe you doing Nasdaq or US 30. All right, so just monitor that. This is GU from Friday's call, guys. I haven't erased anything. Fake out Fridays. So for the people who like think that scalping is just quick in and outs, like if you leave runners, right? If you leave runners, you can see clear as day. This is from I haven't erased anything, guys. If you go back and watch my Friday video, this is exactly what the trades were, okay? One second. So on the daily, guys, look at this. GBP USD, all right? Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay, we have a bearish engulfing candlestick on GBP USD. All right, GBP USD, massive engulfing candlestick. All right, massive engulfing candlestick here. So just watch on GBP USD, guys. You can still, that's what's sending it into the continuous bearish momentum. We caught this candle last week. All right, we caught this candle last week, and you can see by the chart that I just showed you, if you held it, you're up probably over well over 100 pips. Okay. Let's erase the 9. So guys, I'm going a little slower today. So some people, I actually got a lot of messages that people are charting themselves while doing this. So that's phenomenal, guys. If you want to learn how to chart on your own, like I think that's one of the best things you can ever do. So kudos to you. That's why I'm going a little bit slower so everyone can kind of get in that range, that movement, okay? Okay. Guys, the moving averages that are on the chart right now is the 200 exponential moving average, all right? And then the blue one is your 9 exponential moving average, okay? Okay, look at GBP USD. GU had a nice little head fake move because of red folder news on Friday. All right. But then it had a nice little continuous reverse, guys. Like it was very, very nice once we caught it. So remember, pairs, they trend. They do trend 100%. The trend is your friend on pairs. All right. If you're looking for short-term pullbacks, you have to remember you have to be very quick. Okay. Guys, I will get to the split screen eventually. All right. It just makes things very, very small. Okay, that's the only thing I don't like. But we'll definitely look at switching over to that. We're also switching over to Zoom for all the members. There's going to be no more trading, no more like YouTube delays and stuff like that. So we'll be making sure that happens. A lot of updates, guys. A lot of updates. Okay. Okay, so remember, higher time frame support and resistance is done by a white horizontal line. Okay, guys, I don't really do GBP JPY. I usually stick with GU, EU, different things like that. I have nothing wrong against JPY pairs. I never really trade them that much, honestly. Guys, and today is the last day before the boot. Well, today is the actual boot camp itself, but there are people messaging me because they couldn't join on the weekend and stuff like that. So registration is open until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. I'm opening it up just because there's been a lot of people who have messaged, and I do understand that it's not fair to not give people the opportunity to. So if you guys still want to join, I can talk more about that later. But for right now, I still want to trade. But just letting you know that I will be extending that open. So if you guys still want to join, you can do so at will. Okay. Okay. So let's drop it out in a 30-minute, guys. Okay. What's the minimum to start FX? That's up to you, and that's up to whatever broker you use. Like, you got to remember, there's brokers that come into that and stuff. So, I can't really tell you that. You know what I mean? You have to kind of do the research on yourself and kind of figure out what works best for you, right? So, anything below here now, we're gonna switch over to baby blue. Okay, so look at GU now. Coming into, I think this was hourly demand. Now you're starting to get a little bit of a walk up, but look, it tried there before, made a cat bounce, tried to push, price kept closing belows, and we're waiting for the sell off here, okay, for GBP USD. So let's wait and see here. You want to see some news that we're coming up to? Right here. This is our current news we have forming, okay? We'll go over in a second, but for GBP USD, on the 30-minute, there's no real news folders that are coming out of play just yet, all right? Okay, so we'll drop down to the 15-minute now. Guys, it's starting to form a little bit of a flat top bottom here, okay? So if you guys are not familiar with that is, right, you can see that price is holding right there before making its next move. It actually dropped a little bit more, right? Let's erase that, turn it again. Okay, so it's a flat top bottom. All right, it's on the 15-minute. All right, so we got to see now if price, you can see there's a demand area floating within it. So we're going to see if we're going to nice little bounce on GBP USD or if it's going to get rejected out of the constant downtrend from zone to zone for the next move. All right. There's your 5-minute. So this is a W pattern right here on the 5-minute forming. Okay, so we got to wait and see the breakout if it's going to continue. What I mean by this is, look, it's starting to sell off. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong one. Pushing, neckline here, holding at the band. Here's the neckline break, and now we're having a continuation on GBP USD. Okay, that's a double bottom on the 5-minute forming. All right, looking like pretty nice, but remember there is a lot of all right. Let me just edit this for a second here. Okay, you can see the double bottom is starting to form nice support here before it's getting its overall walk to the upside. 737, if you want to wait till 8, you know what I mean, but GBP USD is looking like it's finding some support here. You can see all the bottom wick here, another bottom wick before making its next move. So it's got to break up here, guys. Like it's got to, obviously price needs to come, but it's getting rejected heavy. There's a lot of resistance there, okay? So you can expect some kind of a holdup if it's going to continue to the upside. Remember, if it starts to, let me mark this green for some of the people here. Remember, if it gets rejected, the overall trend is bearish, guys. These are short-term pullbacks. It's got to break through demand here and start to sell off for hovering its continuation. All right, for real. All right, remember, this is only 5-minute time frame. GBP USD on the daily, on the 4-hour. Look, very bearish here, okay? Very bearish. So those short-term pullbacks, they might not be the longest that you can think, all right? Four-hour, okay, cool. Let's take a look at the 4-hour here, guys. So we had someone mention the 4-hour. Remember how I drew the demand here? Okay, bouncing rate out of a nice little potential area that was once acting as resistance. Holding here, but look at all this selling volume right now, guys. This is October 29th, right? Now we're November 1st. So we'll wait and see now if it's going to have a retracement. We can check out our RSI. You can see how low it is. Let's add the 50 line. All right. We'll go back to gold in a second, guys. I just want to make sure we get this charted. I want to have a pair going for each channel because some people, they don't like they don't like gold. They don't like gold. They don't like indices. You know what I mean? So we have to make sure that we try to share it with everyone, okay? We'll go over the DXY in 1 second too. So you can see now it's not even getting below here. It's still having that double bottom continuous pattern. Let's draw some key points now. Oh, come on. That alert erased it all. Let's go check out gold real sec. Okay, so remember we talked about the bounce here. Okay, so that's why I told you guys. If it's there, quick scalps. It's going to come back up and retest the 200. See, those following this pathway. Let's just wait and see here. Oh, wrong one, sorry. Move that up. Just showing you potential right here. So, guys, remember, this is a continuation pattern here. I mentioned here that that's from another chart, guys. Sorry that I have two gold charts going. It came into an area that was a little bit late. Okay, I tell you straight up, I told you guys that we're catching the tail end of it. So from here to here, guys, it was maybe 6 to 10 pips depending on what you took. All right, so that's why I said it had to be fast. We're entering in at a time where it wasn't the best. We missed the overall move here, and now you can see it got a nice little bounce. All right, so if you did take the sell, guys, you would have had to be quick fingers. I think I did see some people end up taking this. All right, so guys, if you got out quickly, good for you. I see some people got around 20 pips. I took a couple screenshots, but now you're getting the overall next big move. All right, so next big move is coming here at the 200 exponential moving average. So it's following this pathway. Let's just see if it's going to have a continuational breakout or if it's going to get rejected here and acting as resistance and then having a continuation in maybe the sell. All right, you can see now that it's starting to curl up below the 9 EMA, starting to make its next move, potentially to break here. So about 742, guys. If you're trading right now and you got in the buy, congratulations. If you got in the sell for maybe a quick 5 pips, you know, good for you. But now is not probably the best time to be entering in it. You know what I mean? If you are, you're having the continuation of this overall sell here. Sorry, the buy. So this would look like something like this if you did get in it. Have your stop loss there for making its next big move, but you're not looking for a massive movement here. All right. 8 o'clock is going to have a nice little continuational move or push, but this is the overall goal if you're in gold. All right, We were charting GBP USD, so we couldn't really watch this, but that would be the overall, and I had it drawn right here. This is the overall target. And if you see, it made a nice little bottom out right here. That's why I was saying this is not necessarily the best entry, all right? You're kind of chasing the overall sell here, okay? We had hoped, remember how it didn't break below here? It found some support, and then when it came up for the retest, it started to break to the upside. So it didn't have your overall continuation, so this trade would have been annulled, all right? So, and guys, like, I know some people, they usually wait, a few minutes for gold to make its move. That's totally fine. All right. But gold is ended up following that bottom. I don't know why I erased that there. 1 second here. There we go. It didn't follow through with this path. All right. And it reversed. And then it found the overall bullish pathway, which is right here. So the buy would have been at 1783 once you saw that overall reversal starting to happen. Okay. Okay, so remember we talked about head fakes. It dipped down below the 200, and now it's starting to retest and starting to break above here. It's really interesting because this, like Mondays, Mondays, Fridays, they tend to be like head fake days. You know what I mean? Getting into the overall week, you can see there's not much happening usually on Mondays, but this is actually making a nice little push to the upside. All right. So let's wait and see what's going to happen here. That's why when you're scalping, guys, you got to be very fast, especially if you're doing it on these types of days. 10-15 pips is the max before making its next move, okay? There we go. And so, guys, just because I don't put these green charts on here, it doesn't mean these pathways are not still good, all right? You can see clear as day that they ended up following either one before making its next move. And the reason why you do that is just to show you that price doesn't just go one way all the time. It has opportunities to go both depending on key areas, all right? If right here you're not familiar with what an impulse candle is, I'm going to take a click of a blog that we wrote, and it's just good for the information. I'm going to send it in the chat right here. Okay, so if you did end up grabbing the sell here and you reversed, the stop loss that was hit was probably around 7 pips. Okay, 7-8 pips. All right, minus your spread, you're looking at probably 9. So that's why you don't over leverage. Use smaller lots if you're new. Okay. Same thing with here, guys. So if you're anywhere around this area right here, and I told you, these price flags, they're not necessarily exact. All right, there's still a lot of opportunity to be a little bit off. Okay, so when I say this, it's in the general area. All right, so came in here, looked to reverse. So depending on this trade right here, if you got in at the 1783.5 or even 1784 area, move your stop loss to break even. Okay, move your stop loss to break even depending on where you got. If you got in down here, you know what? That's great. If you got in from around this area, that's even better. Okay, move it to break even. All right. Last thing you want to do is actually continue to reverse and then potentially hit your overall stop loss and negate the trade that you did. All right. So remember, now we're coming up into supply. Okay, it came out of supply and had massive selling pressure. All right. Then it picked up some volume here for making its next move, but it's approaching a key area. All right. Okay, so good question here. Can you explain how you would get into this entry, please? Because it didn't come close to making a retest like you draw lines. Yeah, guys, honestly, like when I'm drawing this, remember, I don't know how price is going to play out, being honest with you. What you hope for, okay, what you hope for is retest candles for more of a confirmation. You know what I mean? But in terms of price, like you're going to get these ignited candles breaking through the 200. Okay, I bet you if we roll this price right here, you can see the 50 line. You're going to have volume-based candles making nice movement to the upsides when it crosses this 50 line in the RSI, which is similar to the 200 exponential moving average on the actual charts itself. You know what I mean? So, okay, guys. So now you can see it's coming up the heavy supply area near where once we had massive sell-offs. for the overall maybe continuation of retest here. So if you're in this, guys, remember you got to be quick. That trade, if you got in anywhere from down here, if you missed it, Bearded, Beatland, and Christopher, if you missed it, guys, that's okay. Don't worry. There's still going to be plenty of trades, right? But that trade did run almost maybe 15, 16 pips depending on your spreads, all right? So when I draw these, like I said, it's normal. You know how the market can have erratic decision, okay? So this is just in hope, and I know there's not really any hope in this market, but you generally want to wait for retests. If you miss the overall these types of ignited candles, remember any time that it's near the 200, right? If it breaks, you're going to get a large volume movement. Continuing, obviously similar with breaking the 50 line on the RSI, okay? And that's just one way how to do it. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other ways, like, but that's the way that, you know what I mean? If you want to learn how to do it like that, you know, practice a few times, practice on your demo, and then make some moves and try to practice based on that, okay? I'm just going to send that overall impulse candle here. Okay, guys, so if you are in this trade, just remember that, you know what I mean? It is coming to heavy selling pressure here. You can already see it was pushed down once, all right? So just keep that in mind. The buyers are still very strong. There's a lot of ignition right here, okay? If you're not in this, don't worry about it. We're going to come to the 8 a.m. candle, which is going to be a nice move from pretty much 8 to 8:30, all right? Just let me send this to the group right here. Guys, I just sent a link that shows you impulse candlesticks here. All right, so just keep this in mind. It's good. It's good to read. It's just an example of what this could be. Remember, we had the overall zone right here. It pushed down, head fake, and then you had the overall continuation. So it's good to just take a read at it, guys. If you agree with it, phenomenal. If not, then you know what I mean. It's totally up to you. Okay. So now, 30 seconds, you can see that the sellers are still there. All right, so just keep that in mind, and wait until 8 if you maybe miss this move, and then we'll configure it after that. All right, so let's check out GBP USD and then take a look at the DXY right after. Okay, so remember we talked about that key area. It was a double bottom, okay, double bottom right here, and then we had this coming into the 15-minute supply. As soon as it came there, interesting, was rejected, and then you have your sell-off now starting to form. So it made a move from here to here. That's an overall move. Once it retested or had a nice little move to the downside, you can see it just started to sell off. It didn't even hold support. All right. So there's about 4 minutes left here, guys. We'll go over and we'll chart. We'll go over and chart Nasdaq as well. I need just to run to the washroom for 2 seconds, guys. I'm not going to be long at all. We'll put it back on gold for you guys, okay? And I will be right back in 2 seconds. Will not be long at all. Will not be long. Okay, guys, so you can see that gold is starting to form a little bit of support here, okay? Now, there's about 8 minutes left, okay, guys, and how you can see this is right at the bottom here. There's a nice nice time, all right? Anytime this came in this area, you can see it started to find some support, All right, if we drag this horizontal ray, oh, there we go. You can see it's bounced up here, and they've held it with support. Okay, pushed up and then still held support. This was the overall neckline from the head and shoulders. All right, you got to understand that. So now, price made a dip, right? Your little head fake here, and then it made a nice little move to the upside. All right, now it's starting to form some support here. But you got to remember, it's coming into a lot of. It's coming to a 15-minute supply. There's a lot of sorry guys. There's a lot of pending orders sitting here. Okay. All right. So wait till it, guys. If you're selling or anything, you got to wait till it at least taps in this area right here, or at least gets within 5 pips. All right, for the overall move. So let's check out the DXY. Okay, look at the DXY here, guys. This is forming a bearish flag pattern that we had a breakout here. Okay, I can already see it clear as day. Okay. All right, we talk about head fakes. Look at this. Okay, so we have sell-off here. All right, selling pressure. Now we're bouncing. Here's the flag. Okay, here's your flag pole. Here's your flag. Okay, then here's your continuation. All right, so that's the overall next big move. If price is going to continue to break these bottom wicks right here, guys, you can expect potentially price to come down to this 17. Sorry, this 94 area. All right. It's also got to break a low at 94.070 before continuing. But this is the overall area that they like doing. I haven't erased my DXY for quite some time. All right. Okay. And there's Gbp Usd. All right. So remember how we talked about that retest here? There's that double bottom and the formation. So price is starting to continue in this overall path. All right. So if you broke out of here, this was the area right here. Okay. And if you're having your stop loss nice and wide, you can have it in this overall demand, and we can look for the overall move for it to get looking to the 200. Okay. It's followed this pathway right here. All right. So make sure if you're moving your stop loss to break even now, you can do so at will. Price is still making a nice little move. All right. You guys, if you didn't get it, if you're not familiar with some of these overall entries and stuff like that, just watch. Okay. Just watch. All right. Just watch. You can see clear as day that this double bottom was the volume ignition for this overall bullish move. All right. Okay, now we're having a nice little move here. Okay, so this is coming out on the 15-minute Gbp Usd. Okay, so if you're not a 5-minute scalper and you don't like, if you don't like the way it's trading, you can join. You can go on a higher time frame. You can go on a higher time frame. 10 minutes is always nice. 15 minutes is nice too. Whatever works best for you. All right. So you can see clear as day on the 5-minute double bottom. Nice ignition candle for the overall move here. Okay. So you can see now that there's a lot of selling pressure starting to form the overall push down here. If you're in this trade, guys, and you got in around this area, anywhere around here, anywhere, right? You're maybe up 9-10 pips depending. All right. If you're wanting to buy GU right now, you're buying at rate 5 minutes before the hourly candle is opening. So I wouldn't personally, if the price reverses, you know what I mean, have a retest, then you're going to be stuck waiting and hoping for it to continue to move. The overall move was down in this area right here. All right. Okay, so GBP USD is still running. All right. And remember, we ended the call last week on GU having massive selling pressure, okay? Massive selling pressure. Guys, for the groups, remember, in the boot camp, all right? In the boot camp, we will go over double bottom patterns, all right? We will go over double bottom, double top patterns so you can understand what these types of things mean, all right? So let's wait and see. Now let's check out gold. Okay, guys, look at gold now. All right, so made a nice little move up here. Remember how I told you about pending orders? All right, buy stops, sell stops, buy limits, sell limits, different things like that. This is supply. As soon as it tapped in supply, listen, as soon as it tapped in, that's why you're getting the selling pressure here. Okay, that's why you're getting the selling pressure. Now, the key thing is are they going to hold some support here enough to make the next move? I wouldn't be doing anything. If you got an overall sell right now, that's good. But look at the time, guys. It's 1 minute. It's about 2 minutes before the overall next hourly candle open. You never want to be in hourly candles. All right. You always want to wait. Let it open up. Let it have its indecision. Let it make its next move. Okay. Okay, 1 minute until the hourly candle is going to open. I'm going to just mark on the chart there so you guys understand that about hourly candles. It's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to do it or not. You know what I mean? Okay. Guys, the time frame for the boot camp, it's it's 6 to 11 tonight. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard, okay? Let's check out GBP USD. Look at GU, guys. Look at GU, okay? Had a nice little double bottom break on GBP USD. I'm just going to take a picture of this. This was GBP USD, guys, on Friday. So we're catching the bottom of this right now. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so here's 8 a.m. This is 8 a.m., guys, okay? New hourly candle. We haven't had this drawn yet, but look, there has been a lot of selling pressure coming in. That's why you're getting this overall resistance starting to form. I just wanted to see how far it would go. You know what I mean? From this zone to this zone, and now you can see the sellers are still for real, okay? So just keep this in mind, guys. Move your stop loss to break even. Just remember that there has some opportunities for some pullbacks here, okay? Okay, so here's your gold now, right? Everyone likes watching gold. We'll look at charting either Nasdaq or US 30 next, all right? But let's watch gold. Okay, 3 minutes left. Wait for this candle to close, okay? It's the first 5-minute candle. Remember, wait for the first 15 minutes on the new hourly candle to see what the directional movement will be, all right? Okay, 3 minutes. What would you guys want to see? Would you rather me chart Nasdaq or US 30? Okay, guys, there's 800 people here. I'm not going to chart anything else until there's like at least 400 likes, okay? That's only fair. You know what I mean? I'm up early doing my thing, trying to help you guys out. You guys can at least get to 300 likes, no problem. Okay, 2 minutes. Let's check out GBP USD. Okay, so look at GU now. It's in a similar situation to gold. Very similar, okay? It's coming to a supply area, getting rejected now. All right, so it's like, how far are you going to let it fall until before you secure some? All right, if you move your stop loss to break even, that's perfect. All right, but just remember that price still has an opportunity to reverse. You know what I mean? It's heavily, it's distance from the moving average, okay? Price is always attracted to these moving averages, so you can see at some point you're going to get some kind of a pullback here. Okay, you're going to get some kind of a pullback. So if you're happy with that trade, guys, like if you got in at around there, the double bottom, neckline break, the best entry was right here. Okay, but if you end up getting in anywhere around here, it's up about 15 pips minus your spreading commission. Okay, but now you can start to see you're starting to let it reverse. Remember, we talked about heavy distance from the moving average. It's getting resistance at the 200. All right. About a minute left here. About a minute left. Okay, we'll go back. There it is right there. You can see GBP is getting rejected now. Let's take a look at it on the 15 minute here, okay? Always want to check your 15-minute candlesticks when you're trading in on the 5-minute, okay? You can tell we originally had a nice little resistance formation here, so I'm going to make that white, all right, just because it's now basically a neutral area. But this is supply. This is what's holding the overall resistance now. All right, you can see clear as day right around here, all the resistance that I had before. Bounce, resistance, support. Okay, now it acted as a little bit of some support down here. Engulfing candlestick, rejected, coming in higher time frame supply, which led to your sell-off. Now, here's your sell-off as well. This is also a potential neckline forming right here. You can see right at this area, it could be a double bottom with a little bit of a sideways trading movement leading into it. All right, but this is potential neckline for the overall next move on maybe GBP USD. All right. Same with gold. You can see that gold on the 15-minute is flipping and starting to continue a little bit bullish here. All right, made some nice movements. Not a lot of volume being pumped in there as of right now. You can see now they're trying to. All right, but let's wait and see if we can get up to the overall 200 exponential moving average. All right. Okay, guys, 392. Guys, 8 more likes and I'll chart Nasdaq, okay? Oh, wow, Nasdaq is at a... Okay, this is when we were trading on Nasdaq, guys. I haven't erased anything. This was the last weekend's call. If you guys see this, like, I'm not even, like, I haven't erased anything. This is from last week. Okay, this is last week's call on, like, this was right here on 29th. You can see that we had buys. Buying power here, rejected, then continued overall. Had a nice little buy entry right there. But if you held that, guys, look, you're up tons. Okay, like that, I can't even explain to you. Look at that. From the buy down here, it's like GBP USD. It just ran. All right. So shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's how it is. But I just want to show you guys that if you do hold some of these trades leading out from this time, you know what I mean. It can pay off. Depending, you just have to watch price. All right. So let's chart from now the daily. And if you guys understand where we're at, like it's all-time highs. So this is like historic trading that we're doing. Whether you guys find that cool or not, I'm not sure, but all I know is that this is pretty cool to me to trade. You know, especially when you're doing it live and stuff like that. So here's the next target I think they want to push it to. All right. 16,000. I believe that they can get there. It might take a little bit of push. You might see some resistance here, right? You can see that we're heavily overbought on the daily for Nasdaq, okay? But there's still a lot of opportunity for it to rise. Like RSI really doesn't mean really anything in terms of overbought and oversold. This thing, if they want to push it, they'll push it. That's the reality of it, right? And I think there's a lot of traders on there who understand that. The new traders, they tend to lead towards indicators for like buy sell signals. I would stay away from that. Just personally, it's going to lead you to a long road of not just maybe disappointment. You might have some luck at the beginning, but I think eventually you'll realize that price is probably the best thing that you should be focusing on. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and then we can break these down based on lower time frame. Okay, so 4 hour. Nasdaq is looking nice, guys. Looking very nice for a potential play. Whether it's going to be today, tomorrow, we'll wait and see. But it's priming up for something nice, a continuation, a flag pattern, something like that. We'll wait and see here. Okay. Okay, so look at the overall move we have if we get to 16,000. All right, nice. There's a lot of movement here on the 4 hour, guys. If you get anywhere here, you're looking at maybe 70 pips from opportunity to hit psychological 16,000. All right. Okay, let's drop it down to the 1 hour. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone for now. Okay, but you can see there's a little bit of support here starting to form. All right. Then have our support here. Okay. 30-minute now. Okay, let's see what's going on. So look at Nasdaq. Okay. Just want to show you something here. 30-minute. Look at price starting to make, sorry, not price, but you have your RSI starting to make a downtrend here. You now have price from this area making a steady uptrend. Okay, so here's your divergent play that's going to start to appear. And let's hope for right now it's going to start to fall, but we'll wait and see. It's a lot of opportunity, guys, for an M pattern to start forming here. Okay, it's already starting to fall. It's held up right at the neckline right now. It's making two touches here, and that's why you're looking for potential overall selling maybe occurring here for a short-term pullback. Look at this M pattern that's starting to form, guys. Remember I told you? Clear as day, double top. One top, two. Okay, neckline for the overall move. Okay, now you got to ask yourself, it's already starting to make the selling pressure here, all right? How far will it go? All right, how far? Okay, there's your neckline. Okay, there's your overall neckline right there starting to fall. We'll see if it's going to start to get some holding pressure here, okay? Okay, so this is Nasdaq now in the 5-minute. All right, have that here. We'll wait and see. Anytime it comes in here right now, it's bouncing. All right. Bullish engulfing candlestick led to the overall volume, leading to the double top. But now we're at a key area, guys. If it follows through with this pathway right here, right, even if it doesn't have a retest and starts to fall, that's a double top pattern. That's a neckline. That's an M pattern here. Nasdaq live on the 5-minute. All right, so just keep that in mind. Rough price. Okay. You guys, everyone wants different things, guys. You got to understand they can only do so many things at once. All right. There's your neckline, guys. There's your neckline drop. Right. If you're in that trade, make sure you have a tight stop loss here. All right. That's your first TP, guys. The neckline. Neckline double top. All right. I have an alert set here. So let's wait and see. Let's go check out gold. All right. Gold is still trying to make moves to the upside. It's now holding some support here. This for now. It's trying to make these wicks are really attempting to break this overall supply, but you can see this previous wick is higher than this wick, so there's still opportunity for price to shoot to the upside. All right, still price opportunity, but remember it's now getting a lot of resistance from these top wicks here, so there's a lot of sellers in supply, guys. That's where they're having their pending orders. Okay, that's where the sellers are heavily involved. All right, so just remember, guys, if you're in any of this gold buy or anything like that, if you're in that continuation, just keep in mind that it is in a key area. It is still above your 9 exponential moving average, so it's looking nice. All right, nothing has been broken yet, not even attempted. Price is bouncing off here and having continuation. So as of right now, gold is still pretty bullish. All right. Okay, 4 minutes here. Let's check out our GBP USD trade. You can see gold is still above the 9, going very bullish. Let's just wait and see here if we can get maybe the top of here. There you go. There's your break. Okay, let's see GBP USD here. Okay, you can see GU very similar to gold. It's approaching supply here, waiting for the next overall move. All right. So there's about 3 minutes left here. Let's wait and see what the next overall potential target area would be. I have to switch this to baby blue 1 second, guys. Okay. Let's see how that Nasdaq is trading. Okay, you can see it's starting to implement that head and shoulder here, or sorry, that double top. Let's see if it's going to start to really fall. My God, fucking annoying people, man. Sorry about my language on that. Just don't like the. Okay, let's check out gold now. Just watching my separate chart here. Okay, about a minute and 15 seconds left here. This will be the 820. Okay, the new candle at 820. All right. Okay, you can see, just patiently wait, guys. Wait till 8:30. 8:30 gold has big moves, all right? You can see there's a lot of top wick here. It's not the best, all right? If you're looking for anything, it might be potential pullback, but you're still fighting a lot of buying power here, all right? Trust me. From what I'm seeing, there's still a lot of opportunity for this to hold. Once it starts to break this, though, you know what I mean? That's a different story. That's when things start to change, all right? And you can see that there's about 30, almost 30 seconds left, all right? So if you're in this, guys, like I said, I would be looking to secure personally. You know what I mean? I'm in a US 30 trade right now. All right. So just keep in mind on gold, if you're in this, guys, make sure to move your stop loss to break even. I would maybe move even a trailing stop or even move a stop loss into securing some partials. All right. Totally up to you. All right. But just keep in mind that it's a 50-50 chance right now. All right. Let's see what it looks like on the 15 minutes. Always a good decision to look at. All right. So if it starts to get rejected here, 1783 could act as a potential neckline, forming a double top. All right. Rejection here, looking towards that overall sell opportunity coming here. Okay. So here's that 820 candlestick. You can see now it's starting to form a little bit of top wick, like a major top wick, leading into potential starting is the selling pressure here. Okay. So here's your engulfing candlestick starting to form. All right, it's previously engulfing this candlestick, getting rejected at the supply by the high demand. Okay, now if it starts to break here, guys, it's looking for an overall sell opportunity. If it starts to break, coming down to the overall potential 200 EMA. All right, so let's just wait and see how that plays out. If this overall continues, all right, on the 15-minute, this is a neckline forming a double top. All right, neckline forming a double top. 3 minutes and 55 seconds here. I'm leaving this neutral right now until 8:30. All right, 8:30 on gold always has a nice little continuation or directional change movement. So anything on gold, guys, just be patient until 8:30. All right, just be patient until 8:30. US 30 is on my other monitor. All right, so don't worry about US 30, guys. I have plans for that. Okay. So I said it's 50-50 right now. Wait until 8:30. See how they're trying? They're attempting to. They're still making higher highs in these wicks. Wicks tell you everything, all right? Wicks push up, push up, push up. Now they're making a steady uptrend here. So what does that usually mean? This is forming potentially a triple top in terms of 5-minute. And then on the 15 minutes, a double top, which is an M pattern, all right? For all the sellers looking to wait for sells, the trend is your friend. You know what I mean? And this is a point to keep in mind. All right, look at the last little bit, at 8:22 before 8:30, they're pumping it up. All right, let's check out 15-minute now. They're starting to break above, getting through all this previous noise. All right, looking towards getting to that 200. All right, I have not charted US 30, not yet. Look at gold running, guys. There's your gold run. So they're breaking through 15-minute supply. Let's look at this. Okay, let me show you something here. All right. I don't know if many of you saw this, but this is an inverse head and shoulder pattern here. Okay. Look, there's a shoulder here. there's your head, and then there's your other shoulder. That's a reversal pattern. Okay, let me show you this. That's why I had gold as a buy as soon as I started this. I didn't put any selling opportunities or anything. Look. There's your neckline. That's why you're having that continuational push. Let me put this white so you can see it. You guys understand what an inverse head and shoulder pattern is? All right. 823. Too early before any kind of selling pressure. Wait until 830. Inverse head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, shoulder, which is why you're having that massive continuational movement here, okay? All right, you can see for yourself, clear as day. You have to wait until these candles close. Wait until the next half hour, right? If you didn't, like I said, you would have been stopped out, waiting on the next big move, all right? Gold is still bullish. Gold has been bullish since down here, ever since these engulfing candlesticks, right? As soon as it broke above the 200, they did not break below that 9 EMA, all right? Gold is running, guys. Massive moves on gold. Okay, 5 minutes until 8:30. Okay, let's see where we're at in terms of them. Look at this, guys. Okay, so even on RSI, let me get this over right here. You can see right here, head, or sorry, shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline. So when it broke above here, that's your continuation. That is what this move just happened right here. Now you're starting to get your selling pressure. Okay, you can see it's starting to sell off now, reversing for making its next big move. All right, now it's coming back down. Very obvious. Let's just see if it's going to hold some support right at 1788. If not, guys, you can watch this thing starting to sink. All right. YBN, absolutely, man. I saw your comment, dude. Very good, man. I saw you spot that. Very good, dude. For real. Okay, so now you can see, now all the sellers, guys, now you can start to see what's coming in here. All right, you can see it's pushing back down into supply. All right. It's coming back down and testing the overall neckline of that inverse head and shoulder pattern, okay? So there's about 3 minutes and 19 seconds left. Let's wait and see, guys, if it's starting to hold here. You can see it hasn't broke. Guys, no one should be looking for any kind of selling opportunity unless you scalp that, absolutely. But as soon as it starts to break the moving average coming back down, it'll come back down to the 200, and then we'll wait, all right? We'll wait. But it's not doing that. It's getting held. This supply area could be now forming demand. They break through with heavy volume, holding support here. If you start to see this top wick, the top of the candle, because it's selling, if it holds, you can act as support, and then it can start to walk to the upside. But we have to wait and see. We don't have anything drawn here right now. All right, we do have a little higher time frame, but we need to go back and make sure that we have the lower time frame drawn as well. Ethereum mining. Guys, if you guys, if there's any crypto lovers in here, guys, we'll drop some knowledge. Buddy's asking about some Ethereum mining. What are your guys' thoughts on that? I like asking people different questions. All right. No, that was not a double top. This was an inverse head and shoulder pattern here. Okay, shoulder here, head here, shoulder here. That's why you got that massive neckline break to the upside. You know what I mean? Now they're finding some resistance. You can see clear as day that these wicks, this previous wick is higher than this wick. The body's close parallel, and this wick is now in probably not even a quarter of the length of this previous wick. So you're looking at some selling pressure starting here, okay? Okay, let's check out GBP USD. I think a lot of people are waiting for that one. Okay, so GU, guys. GU still forming. Okay, this is nice, guys. All right. I see a flag pattern on GBP USD starting to form. I need to start getting multiple charts on one screen, okay? It'll really help out for me and helpful for you guys. If this starts to hold here, this is a bullish flag pattern, okay? Look, here's the pole, okay? Here's the flag, and here's the continuational movement here, okay? Sorry about having this green on here. You can see this is what I'm talking about. Pole, flag, continuation. We're got to see now if it's going to break above that 200, okay? If it does, that's a continuational pattern, all right? Let's wait and see how we're going to get a breakout here. Okay, 7 seconds, so we have 8:30, okay? Let's see what's going to happen on GBP USD. Okay, so they broke it above that 200, currently on the 5-minute time frame, all right? So we'll see if this is going to actually hold true, or if they're going to have. I think what's going to happen potentially is they're going to push it. They're going to consolidate around this 200 before the next move. They're going to have a couple retests before making. You can see they're flickering it bullish here, guys. That's a signal. There's a lot of buyers here. They're starting to spot this pattern as well for making the move. Okay. If it doesn't break above this 200, expect this to shoot back down and get rejected, and this bullish flag just becomes a potential bullish flag. All right. So it's nice when you can start to see these patterns form, but they have to have follow through. You know what I mean? Like you can say this all day, but there has to be some actual follow through. All right. Okay, guys. There's Nasdaq. There's your double top on Nasdaq. Okay. I was waiting for the alert. All right. Guys, we're gonna go over all of these patterns in the boot camp. Okay. All right. So if you're not familiar with what this is, a double top, double bottom, you know what I mean? It's breaking a neckline here, which is just means it's found support. The next attempt is the continuation. All right. Okay, so do you see how 8:30 is an important candle to wait for, important time? You can see it's now continuing. Watch gold. We'll check out gold, guys. Absolutely. So this is where, remember how I was telling you, it's forming some support. Okay, so this was originally supply, which is selling power. Okay, getting rejected. All right. Now, in terms of the overall change of structure from on the 5-minute at least, this is now forming some demand. Okay, you can see there's still a lot of buyers forming here, but these candles are not. They're not starting to break above these previous wicks here. Like this candle needs to break above this wick, and then test this overall wick right here. You can see they're starting to do it now. They're getting some volume. All right, they're getting some volume here. So we need to just wait and see if we're going to have a directional movement change, or if it's going to just be maybe sideways trading for the first little bit. It's just a patience game now, guys. It's just a patience game. Okay, this is your retest for the inverse head and shoulder. Okay, it came back down. It didn't really get into the overall neckline area in terms of the bottom, right? But it's starting to make the retest on that 9 exponential moving average. All right. Okay, so just watch gold here. You can see if you're getting sells, you're getting now buys. It's a little bit of indecision. Let's see where we're at in the RSI. Okay, it's still high, but it's not overbought. Okay, it still has opportunity to potentially sell off, get to the 15 point, but to do that, it's going to have to start breaking that 9 EMA and start to fall. Okay. Beat and thanks, buddy. 1790 resistance. Okay. So wait for the breakout. We'll wait and see. Absolutely. I think it's the high right there. You can see 1790. Guys, what are your thoughts on gold now? For real, like I want your opinions too, because you're watching me and I'm flipping through quite a bit here. It's hard to manage all of them, right? So I need some help here too. Like, what are your guys' thoughts? You know what I mean? What are your guys' thoughts? And I don't want just like crap. If you're a real trader and you've been doing this for a while, drop some knowledge in here. It's not it's very good. Okay. Okay, this is GBP USD. Remember we talked about a bullish flag? I just want to see if it's going to hold or if it's going to fold. All right. Okay, so you can see it's getting rejected at that 200. The flag might not have your follow through. All right, remember we talked about that. It can get rejected. Let's wait and see. I want to see what it bounces off the 200, that 9 EMA before making its next move. All right. Ziad, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I do get, you know what I mean. There's so many people asking for things. I want to keep a clear mind when I do this. I feel bad when I can't see everything. You know what I mean. But hopefully you guys understand. Um, it's all based on some analysis, right? So, guys, you can see Nasdaq is starting to continue to sell here. Overall target is starting to find some support. It's just because, look, if I were to drag this overall shorter time frame here, right here, you can see that anytime it comes in here, the buyers they're right there. All right, they're right there. All right. So the trade made down here. Um, and also has a lot of opportunity to continue to drop. All right, could be a short-term pullback before making its next move. All right. Scotty, buddy. Scotty in the group just nailed this sell. Absolutely, my man. Okay, look at Nasdaq. It's still running, guys. I'll flip back to gold. There's a lot of gold diggers on here. Okay, you can see now price is starting to form some support before making its next move. Okay. Guys, listen, this is totally on you, right? We're making our moves. You can see that it is still a nice little buying area right here. It's starting to form some support. So just be careful selling, all right? It's up to you. Just be careful selling because it doesn't always follow technicals, all right? For all the people yelling gold sells, just be aware. Be aware, okay? GBP just broke. Okay, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Look at GBP USD. So we have a short-term bullish flag pattern starting to form here with the continuation. All right. This is a double bottom. Okay, this is a double bottom here, leading into a bullish flag pattern to see if we can get the overall continuation. Okay, it's starting to break above that 200, but it's still on the current candle that it's breaking. Okay, so this candle has not closed above. All right. Just keep this in mind. For the continuation, you need this candle to close above that 200. If it doesn't, guys, it might close below it and get reversed. So you just gotta wait. And I keep saying this all the time, and you guys are probably like, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" But it's the current candle that's breaking out. It's not closed yet. Okay, so we gotta wait to see if it's gonna close above before making its next move. All right. So let's check out our Nasdaq play here. Okay, you can see Nasdaq. It made the nice continuational play. All right, but now it's dipping into I think this was 5 minutes, a 5 minute demand area. All right, so we just want to make sure that we're understanding that if you're still in this trade, move your stop loss at least to break even. All right, and then before making the next move. All right. Okay, so you can see Nasdaq is still dropping here. Okay, let's go back on gold. Someone says there's a flag on the hourly candle on gold, okay? Gold is just making higher highs and higher lows, okay? Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. It's just a steady uptrend, okay? Guys, I want to give a shout out to Meech. This is the stuff that I like to hear. You know what I mean? I just passed phase 1 of my funding account. All right, that's the stuff that that's the stuff that I like to hear, that I like to see in the chat. So, brother, congratulations. That is huge. We're gonna give you a shout out. All right. Okay, give me 1 second. I just gotta write some of these things in here. Okay, I saw GU. Okay, you can see now on gold, they're starting to form some selling pressure here. Okay, remember we talked about this. A lot of guys are waiting for it. I see people over leveraging crazy, guys. That's, you got to remember, that's on you. Just remember that price of gold can still trend and go the other way. Hope you understand that. So just, if you're doing all this, make sure you understand. All right. Did I take my dog out yet? Not yet. Not yet. I will. Let's check out Nasdaq. Okay, so Nasdaq is still running, guys. Nasdaq is still running. Okay, it's breaking through this potential lower time frame demand area, maybe coming to the next highest one. All right, so this is a perfect zone to zone double top pattern here. Okay, guys, I just want to say something. When you ask for like gold to come down, please, like, it doesn't always listen to you. You know what I mean? Gold, it does what it wants. All right, does what it wants. Okay, so here's that GBP USD trade, guys. And like I said, I'm flipping around a lot. I'm going to find out a way to have multiple charts on here. It's a little bit of bigger screen, okay? I just don't like it. I want to be able to see the overall picture of it, okay? So this is a continuational bullish flag pattern. It's starting to get a little bit of top wick here. You can see here's, it's going to retest this 200. You can see how far it is away from that 9 EMA. All right, so we'll see if it's going to break and retest this moving average, or if it's just going to fall through and then start to sell off. All right. Nasdaq, I think, was one of the best plays of the morning. All right, same with GBP USD. GU had that nice double bottom. Nasdaq had a nice double top. And guys, this is chart patterns. Okay, so in our boot camp that we're having today, guys, I don't think today we're going over the the candlestick characteristics, so price action. And then tomorrow we'll be going over patterns and different things like that. Okay, so like I said, I have extending it this week till today at 6 p.m. So if you'd like to join, guys, we still have that 3 month going. It's still the promotion that run on our site. So one second, just let me refresh this here. This is the bronze thing, 3 months for 99, so $20 savings plus you get the boot camp for free. So it's like saving almost $120. Okay. All right. So now Nasdaq is getting into that area where previous selling pressure has made its nice little move. All right, so just keep in mind on Nasdaq, guys, you're gonna have a shot. You look at how far from the 9 it is. Okay, it's heavily away from there, so you got to expect some kind of retracement here. Remember, there is that 5-minute demand area, so they could be pushing it back up in here, waiting for the next move. All right, so the trade made it down there. Uh, if you got in from the double top here, anywhere around, it doesn't really matter. It's up. It's maybe up 20 pips. Okay, missed maybe 20 minutes. RSI divergence on GU. Okay, absolutely. Let's check that out. I like hearing, guys, when I hear people starting to say this type of stuff, this is what I want to hear. Let's see. Yes, okay, so price, absolutely. So here's your short-term retest. You can see what hour time frame. RSI divergence on GU, it might sell. Okay, absolutely. 5 minutes, that you're going to have a pullback at least, okay? So you can see what this person is talking about is the RSI, the strength index, is going down, but yet price is continuing to go up. All right. On the 5 minute, it's not going to have much of it's not going to have much of an impact, right? It's just going to have that dip. That what that impulse move could be is the retest of that 200 before making its next move. All right. Good spot though, man. 1400, 800. That's huge, absolutely. So, but just keep in mind that on the 5 minute, it's not always the best. It's not always the best indicator on the 5 minutes for divergent plays. It might not be the most amount of pips that you could have, right? So, you see what I'm saying? Short-term retest here, then the buyers are starting to hold it and starting to push to the upside. All right. Yeah, what guys? I'm gonna ask you, for the people who understand what divergence is, what time frame do you normally look for it on? All right. Guys, I don't do GJ analysis. You know, there's phenomenal traders out on YouTube who do that. For some reason, I fully admit, whenever I trade GU, I tend to get stopped out. I'm not going to lie to you. I need to practice it more. I'm not the best at it. You need to master GJ to be able to have a success rate. I like GU. I like the indices and stuff like that, and I have no problem admitting that. I have no problem admitting that. Just because I'm not going to tell you something I'm good at that I'm not. You know, so let's go see. Let's see gold. Okay, guys. So remember, all the sellers. You know what I mean? Now price has made a move higher. We're now at the double top. See right there, price, it's almost closing horizontally. Guys, gold buy or sell, look in the description. You missed the gold buy because you weren't really staying with us. Okay, the old opportunity was at 740. Now we're riding this trade to the upside. Okay, there's your gold right there. RSI, you can see on the 5 minute. Let's check it out on the 15 minute. Always good to check our higher time frames. See, it has not reached peak of overbought just yet. You can see price is starting to show a little bit of divergent play here. Price is rising in terms of actual price, but the RSI is still kind of cooling off here. So you can expect maybe a short-term pullback. All right. 10 minutes, you can see that it's forming some indecision right now, which is a doji candle. All right. And guys, it all started with this chart pattern, the inverse head and shoulder. Okay. Shoulder, head, shoulder, continuation. Now, you can see that gold is getting rejected horizontally at roughly around the same level, 1790, which a lot of you guys are saying on there, so that's great. I'm really happy that you guys can understand this analysis, you know, but we now need to watch the candles in terms of the opportunity for selling pressure, okay? that's something that you want to make sure of, okay? Like, because gold can still go bullish. You just want to look for these candlesticks, the hammers, you know what I mean, the shooting stars, the engulfing candle patterns, different things like that before making its next move, okay? Okay, so gold you can see is starting to get some selling pressure forming. Wait for it to come back down to this overall 9 moving average, all right? About a minute and 25 seconds left here. Okay, let's check out our Nasdaq. Okay, so remember I mentioned to you that in this area in previous structure, there's been some buying opportunities happening. Okay, you can see now that's why you're getting that short-term pullback here. All right. Right now, if you're on Nasdaq, guys, it's totally up to you. It's almost 9 o'clock coming in. All right. So leading into 9:30, whether you want to hold these, it's totally up to you. But my suggestion is if you got in this Nasdaq trade and you're still holding it, secure some partials. All right. Secure some partials. Okay, leave a runner if you'd like, see what it is, but have a stop loss set. Look at Nasdaq, guys, starting to fall. Wow, this was the favorite play that I've had so far in the last 3 days of even the weekend. I didn't really trade anything on the weekend, but this to me was the sexiest setup that I have traded in a while. Okay, it's so clean. It was so obvious be how far Nasdaq was overextended. This is why, guys, when you look for these patterns, they can have a serious opportunity for you here. Okay. All right. But now you can see it's approaching that 200 exponential moving average. So when we talk around here, when we get here, all right, you got to expect that there's going to be some kind of retracement because look at how far it is extended is from that moving average. All right. Guys, is there a lot of oil traders on here? Gold is down. Okay, thanks, brother. Thank you. Okay, guys, look. Okay, look. Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you for updating me. I appreciate that. So remember we talked about this moving average, this 9 exponential. Let it break this and start to sell off here, okay? If it's going to hold, this is going to be the key right here. If it, you can see, guys, as soon as it starts to break, it'll ride it down, all right? And once it gets overextended, it's drawn back to it. It's starting to form potentially a flag pattern here if it starts to hold, all right? So it's in a, all right. I look at the time, okay? If you guys see the time, it's 8:51. So just remember that price. Wait for the first hourly candle to open. You don't really want to be jumping in right before it. Okay, you want to wait till the close of the hourly, which is the overall higher time frame. All right, looking for the next opportunity on the lower time frame. Okay, guys, if there's a lot of people who like oil, maybe I'll do an oil chart for you. We can try it, but we'll wait and see here. Okay, I won't do it today, but it'll be maybe moving on. I just wanted to ask you guys. All right. Look at gold now, starting to get a little bit of selling pressure here. If it holds this area, I want to show you something first. You can trap this, guys. Okay, you can trap RSI as well for making its next move. Let's check out. I don't want to miss this, guys. Okay, so just keep in mind, I'm going to just do a horizontal ray here. We have an alert set now. We'll come back to it. I want to see Gbp Usd. Okay. So this is your bullish flag with a continuation, okay? This area right here is should be the TP, all right? Okay, about a minute and 25 left. We'll switch back to to gold in a second, but I want to see if we're going to start to getting some volume here and start to get to the 36867 mark, okay? Okay, I think gold is the most heavily watched for gold. Guys, how many people like trading EU? Okay, how many people like trading the euro? Remember the time, guys. Leading into 9 o'clock, it's totally your choice. All right. Okay, so here's your 855 candle. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. You can see now it's closing below. If we really dive in here, you can see the candle's pushing down here. All right, it's bouncing around that 1788.2 area. Rate hovering sideways trading. You can see now they're trying to break below it in terms of the 9 moving average. Once you see this curl starting to form, you can see it's breaking out of that overall trap. It's got to hold below here, guys. If it doesn't, it's still going to be in buys. All right. GBP USD, okay, with the bullish flag. I will switch back to gold, guys. I just want to see this. Okay, nice. There we go. Guys, so this right here is your bullish flag continuation pattern here. I just want to really chart this. I want to take a screenshot. Give me 1 second here. Come right back now. Okay, so we're going to go switch back to gold in 2 seconds. Don't worry. Bullish flag pattern here is a continuation pattern, all right? So you have a nice flag pull. Here's your flag, and then here's your continuation, all right? So now my suggestion is look to take some of your profits here, okay? That trade ran pretty nice, but it's up to you whether you want to do it. The trade maybe ran 25 pips on GBP USD, okay? On GBP USD. If it runs some more, guys, phenomenal, great, okay? But just keep that in mind, all right? Let's check out Nasdaq. Okay, so Nasdaq is interesting because it started to bounce over that 200 exponential moving average. All right, exponential moving average. You can see it's starting to form a little bit of support there. All right, before making its next big move, and you can see what time it is, guys. It's 9 o'clock. All right, they push it right around this area before making next move. All right. Guys, wait till it comes to an apex. Okay, like for the. That's why I wanted to tell you guys it can go either way. All right. Guys, remember I told you on gold, once they break supply, it can become demand. So that's like your support. Okay, you can see clear as day that there is this downtrend starting to form, but it's at what point? All right, it's at what point will this start to break? This is an engulfing candlestick now, previously engulfing this pattern, but you can see with all the previous selling pressure that it's in a battle right now. But it's also it's coming to 9 o'clock. That's why I said wait for the first 15 minutes of the hourly candle to see the directional movement here. Okay. Okay, 30 seconds left, guys, for the 9 a.m. candle open. All right, 9 a.m. candle open. Let's wait and see what's going to happen here. Do not, guys, if you're not on anything right now, just wait. 9 o'clock, okay? Okay, so guys, remember, here's your downtrend forming, all right? I never said that gold couldn't go bearish, all right? I'm just saying you got to wait for the opportunity for it too. And generally, it's usually on the first hourly candle, the first 15 minutes. So let's just watch and see now, guys. This is where you watch and you're just being patient, all right? Okay, look at that. There's a lot of selling pressure here now, okay? A lot of selling pressure, but remember, we have the New York Stock Exchange open coming in at 9:30 right here. How far of a move can we get before we're going to have to exit? So you got to ask yourself, if I enter in a trade right now, all right, and it goes south and it's in against me, am I going to hold this L before some of the most volatile times in the whole market? That's what you have to ask yourself. Usually between 9 and 9:30, it's good to chart, get your setups ready before the after the New York Stock Exchange open, because it's like a frenzy, guys. It's like a frenzy when that happens. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you're watching everything and you're making sure everything's looking good before making its next move. That's why I'm not putting anything on here, guys. The move we got stopped out for 7 pips down here, all right, and now we're in potentially that nice little continuation movement here, but we're waiting to see what's going to happen, if it's going to reverse or if it's going to actually have a continuation. There you go, guys. See how it's starting to break that 9 moving average? All right, it's starting to engulf these previous candles. Wait for it to close. There's still 3 minutes left here. Wait for the candle to close. Now you're getting a nice selling opportunity here. All right, it's looking good, guys. Heavily overextended, so it's nice. All right, remember we set that alarm there, so it's looking good. So for all the sellers, guys, nice. You guys are banking, but it's like now how far? How far? How far will this go? Short-term pullbacks, right? You got to keep in mind that they might be only maybe 5-10 pips, and then they might have a potential reversal. See what just happened there? Now the buyers are still waiting right there. Do you want to know why? It's because I think anyways that there's the neckline break here. Remember that was the inverse head and shoulder break. They're testing the neckline. This is the overall neckline here. All right, before maybe the continuational break. Okay, let's see what's going on with GBP USD and Nasdaq now. Okay. Okay, so Nasdaq is starting to bank right off of that overall 200. You can see it hasn't made much move since we looked at it last. All right. So let's just wait and see what's going to happen on Nasdaq. All right. Here's GBP USD. All right. I'm going to have to move this over. Is anyone still in GU, guys? Is anyone still in GU? If you guys are, let me know. All right, because it's still having a run. It's still making a run. It's forming some higher time frame resistance now. So if we want to check higher time frame, let's check with the 15 minutes, see what this looks like here. All right. So this is a potential neckline right here that we had a continuation. I didn't really mention that either, but you can see that it's the top. it's forming like a triple bottom here, multiple touches in this area, but you can still see neckline here with a push down for the overall continuation, which is just that whole the whole bullish flag area that we talked about in the 5 minute. Okay. You have a short limit sell. Okay. Yes. Jay Flood, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the team, man. I saw you. I set you up yesterday. I appreciate that. I'm out of GU. Okay, thank you. Good, guys. Okay, nice. All right, so we can leave GBP USD alone. I'm not going to trade much more of it. Like I said, if it has a continuation, it's great, but that's the overall play that GU made this morning. It was roughly maybe 25 pips. Okay, so wait for the retest here for maybe the overall continuation. Here's Nasdaq. Okay, starting to form overall continuation selling pressure here. Okay, and then let's check out gold. Okay, guys. Guys, it's 9:04. Remember, I told you wait for the first 5 minutes so we actually have something. Guys, there is some good analysis being dropped in here. Like, it's totally up to you whether you want to listen to it or not. Um, Try to learn how to trade on your own. It's the best way in terms of memorizing price. But you can see that gold is very bullish still, and you know what I mean. Now they maybe head faked you before having the next overall move. So here's your retest now of the 9 EMA. All right, and if just a key thing I see forming here is I don't know if you guys see it or not, but we're going to be forming an apex very soon. All right. So let's just wait and see what's going to happen. It's going to come most likely into here. Like, it's going to dance around. It's going to come down here, move, for making its overall move at the like apex. Okay, it's going to have a continuation or a reversal. But that's pretty much what I see right now forming. And the only reason why I added that bottom support in terms of ascending is because look at that bottom wick right there. Okay, you can see. All right. Let's check out our DXY, guys. And I'm going to take a 2 second break. All right. I'm just, I have to, you guys are going to kill me here. Actually, before I do, I want to show you something here, okay? Remember we talked about the DXY, about a flag pattern forming, very similar to what we just witnessed on the bullish flag. DXY formed a bearish flag here, so it sold off, okay, leading onto the pole, coming in here, consolidation, and then you had your overall drop below. Look at that massive drop on DXY for the overall continuation. I had this sit here because I thought that would maybe be a good target for the DXY to get to. Like, in all, guys, listen, in all honesty, these are potential. You don't really know. Like, anytime anything could happen, you go this based on support and resistance. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That the DXY, if it starts to find some support here, gold could go bearish if it is correlated. All right, so that's why we're getting the continuous buying power on gold. So let's check it out now. We're getting some buys, which might be getting some overall sells. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a 2 minute break. We're going to chart, guys. I don't even know what we're at. I haven't really been looking at the stream too much. Okay, 562. Wow, guys, thank you so much. Honestly, that's crazy. 500 likes, guys. Wow. To me, that's amazing. You know what I mean? If we can get it up to 750, 800, I'll chart US 30 leading into market open, okay? So, but I just need that from you. And the only reason why we're YouTubers, right? So we need to get some good algorithm going and stuff like that. I hope it's not too much to ask from you. You know, if it is, don't worry about it. You don't have to like anything. You just sit back and relax and make your judgment calls after. But if you guys get to around 700 likes, I will chart US 30. If not, we'll just stick with Nasdaq, okay? So thank you guys. Give me 2 seconds. I'm not leaving. Okay. If you want to go take a break for yourself, come right back. I'll be back very, very quickly. Okay. So let's watch. Let's watch maybe one quickly. Check out Nasdaq before. I think a lot of people are watching that one. Okay. So you can see Nasdaq is still starting to fall. All right. Still starting to fall. But we're going to leave on gold because I know my gold diggers in here. They're very serious. I'm literally reading guys saying they're going full margin sells, and I'm like, it's freaking me out. Like, you shouldn't be doing that, but if you do it, you got to realize the risk management that comes along with it, okay? So give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back, all right? Right back. Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, so remember I told you gold around 9 will be a very tricky thing, okay? And as you can see now, sellers, you're going to have to hold, all right? Nothing should be broken. You can see it is still forming that descending angle with an ascending. Guys, if you know what type of pattern that is, put it in the chat, all right? So just watch. GU still pumping. Let's check out GU really quickly, and then I think we have almost the likes. Let's check. Guys, maybe 20 more likes and I'll chart US 30 for you, okay? But I'll check GBP USD for the people. Wow, guys, look at GBP USD. Remember how I mentioned to you that the pairs tend to like pairs are nice, guys, because they're trendy. All right, gold is an angry partner. You know what I mean? Your girlfriend, your boyfriend. It can go either way. You know what I mean? It's not the easiest to trade. Okay, but that's why GBP USD Euro, these nice pairs are really they're starting to form. Okay, so. But if you're still in GU, guys, congratulations. Still hold it. You know what I mean? It's still running. This bullish flag pattern is still having its continuation. All right. I'm using my 9 EMA, which is exponential, and the 200 exponential moving average. Okay. So US 30 is forming something very similar to Nasdaq. You can see, all right. If it closes here, this candle is previously engulfing this one. Okay, so we'll chart US 30. I just got to wait and see here. Okay, 7. Absolutely, guys. Hey, I just want to say thank you so much for liking. I really appreciate it. Okay, for real. Thank you, guys. So I will erase this and I'll start drawing US 30, guys. You got to remember though, it's coming 9:15, so we're gonna have to do this a little quickly before making our next move. Okay. Very similar to Nasdaq. All right. If you guys want to watch my man Jacob here, brother, if you can watch gold for me, I know you're on the channel. Okay, you can see US 30. Let's drop it now down to the hourly. You can see where we're at on US 30, okay? Heavily overbought on the hourly time frame. And guys, keep in mind my analysis and my chart might be different than yours, okay? So if you like it, that's great. If you don't, absolutely. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own preferences, and I definitely respect the hell out of that. 5 minute scalping isn't for everyone, all right? So okay. You can see on the 10-minute, guys, they're starting to find some support here on US 30. All right, so it's looking nice. So we're going to wait and see how this is actually going to play out now. On the 30-minute, you can see we're heavily now oversold. All right. So there you go. We'll check out gold, guys. Don't worry. We're not going to trade gold through market open, though. It's only going to be US 30 or Nasdaq, all right? Just keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, so do you see how it was heavily extended below that 9 EMA, bounced above the 200? Now they're starting to see if we can get some support here. This is on the 5-minute, all right? So it's 9:18, 9:30. I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is for US 30, guys. I want to do a quick poll here. I want to see what's going to happen, what we want to do. Okay, so 30 seconds left here. The current candle is starting to bounce, starting to form some good support here. This is an engulfing candlestick. This body previously engulfed this candle coming out of a demand zone, which is bouncing off the 200. Now they're starting to retest that overall 9 EMA here, okay? Remember, coming up to target here, it's looking pretty good. If it starts to break through there, then obviously we'll draw this neutral, all right? So I want to ask you guys, what do you want to chart, US 30 or Nasdaq? Okay, I just have to grab my drink real quick, guys. I'm not leaving. I just have to go grab it. I left it out of there. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. So this previous candle found some good support. Okay, getting held, rejected at that 200, at that 9 exponential moving average. Okay, about 3 minutes and 23 seconds left. Let's check out Nasdaq. Let's check out gold really quickly before, sorry. Look at gold. Look at this garbage right now. But I told you, see the chart pattern that is forming right there? If you guys know what that is, you understand it's forming it. Every time it comes this area, gets rejected, holds some support here, okay? Okay, and let's check the last thing, Gbp Usd. So GU made it into this area right here. You can see it's now getting some wick down but it's still overall opportunity from the double bottom continuation bullish flag movement. All right. Guys, we do London session. The only reason we're doing 2 sessions this week, London on our private Zoom. The only reason why we're doing 2, we usually do 3, is simply because of the actual boot camp that we're hosting tonight, okay? That's the only reason why. So let's check out US 30 on the 15-minute. This is US 30 on the 15-minute time frame, all right? You can see there's a big bottom wick right here. If it starts to break, it's bouncing out of this overall demand supply area before making its next move, all right? Okay, about 9:25, we'll get everything kind of set up, looking for it. See if we see any kind of chart patterns forming here, leading into market open. All right. Guys, what are your thoughts on US 30 right now? I know we've been focusing on some other pairs and commodities and stuff, but what are your thoughts on US 30? I haven't asked. What are your thoughts on US 30? Guys, I mentioned no. We're still taking people for the boot camp until tonight. Okay, so if you do the bronze, you're gonna get a 3-month free. So it's like you're getting boot camp for free if you join our 3-month program. Okay, and guys, we're gonna be doing a lot more than just this boot camp. All right, we have a lot of things that we have planned, so this will be the first one. All right. Okay, let's check out Nasdaq real quick. Okay, see what's happening on Nasdaq. If it holds here, guys, I can see an inverse head and shoulder starting to form, but we got to watch. Okay, so there's a shoulder here. Here's the head. We're going to see if it's going to form another shoulder here, okay, for the neckline before we have a continuation. So let's just wait and see on Nasdaq. That's what I see right now on the 5-minute. Okay, anything can obviously happen, but let's just wait and see if that's going to hold true to what it actually could be. All right. Okay, so it's coming up 9:25 right now. This is the new candle it's opening. Okay, you can see it flashed bearish. All right, we're going to see if it's now going to hold true or maybe flip to the upside. Guys, I mentioned to you on gold, like it's just continuing. For the short-term pullbacks, you would have had been very quick, right? Because now that trade just it hit up here, guys. Like that's why I didn't have any selling opportunity. It had to break below here, and it didn't. It didn't break below and hold below this MA. It formed this pattern, which, if you guys know what that is, that's just your overall continuation from over here, right? Nothing really broke down below. All right. Chad. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Chad, I've been watching Chad Johnson drop little comments in here. I don't really say nothing. Guys, he's been calling bullish for a while. My man Jacob, I didn't have any sell opportunities here. Like, it's a continuational pattern here, guys. All right. So for the sellers, if you guys don't, if you're understanding, like if you caught these sells, like that's all right. Like that candle alone, you're looking at maybe 15 pips alone. So that's the target, right? But if you're now holding the sells, like you're not in the best you're not in the best areas for what's happening here, because people over leveraging. I heard what they said. They're over leveraging massive accounts, and that's not how you trade, guys. Use proper risk management and smaller lots, right? So, guys, you got to give credit where credit's due. I know I don't seem like I always, but I see almost every comment in this chat box that goes in, almost all of them. Okay. So, guys, we're going to trade actually US 30 here leading into market open. You can watch gold, but US 30 is the one we're probably going to chart here. If you're in gold, guys, it's up to you what you want to do with it. But just keep in mind that it is going bullish here. Okay, so we're going to focus strictly on US 30. We're going to leave Nasdaq alone. Nasdaq, we had a nice move before, so we're going to focus on US 30. Okay, let's see where we're at in terms of the RSI. Let's draw a 50 line in here before we get our next moves. Okay, so look, it might be forming a double bottom here. If the price starts to come back down and retest these areas around here, okay, you can see where we're at now, buying and selling based on US 30. About 9:28, guys. There's about 2 minutes left here. It's you're going to see an erratic move. Okay, do not be in trades if you're new. The first 15 minutes. So if you don't like the volatility of US 30 when it's market open, guys, just wait first 15 minutes. All right. Okay, 9:28, about a minute left here. You can see it's pretty indecision here. I think they're going to pump it up at the last little bit. Maybe a head fake, but we'll wait and see. We want to see how it is on the 15 minute. All right, so you can see now in the 15 minutes it's starting to push up. It's going to retest this 9 EMA, all right, on the 15 minute. So it's something to keep in mind that it is still a lot of seller opportunities right here. So they're not pushing through it. It's still below that 9 EMA before making our next move, all right? So if this starts to go bullish here, guys, like expect this potentially to get up in this area right here. Overall, maybe in the higher time frame, all right? So we have 1 minute left on US 30. So if you're looking for bullish or bearish movement, depending on the first 15 minute, you can look up here, right? I know the sellers are going to come in here, true, but if you're looking to trade the first 15, this is what you wait for, all right? You don't need to do anything now. We just have to watch, all right? If not, you understand that this has a lot of opportunity to continue for making its next move. Here's the new candle. This is market open, guys. All right. And this is 15 minutes after. Okay, this is market open. This is the current candle that's opening the New York Stock Exchange. All right. So if you're in sells, guys, you're looking pretty good. All right. It did not break above here. You can see it's having its overall continuous trend, which is bearish. All right. This is going to be a key area right here. If it's going to come back down, it's going to bounce, or if it's going to break through and have the overall continuational downtrend. All right. Okay, not much movement. Let's see what's going on with Nasdaq here. Let's see, maybe Nasdaq was a better move. Okay, you can see Nasdaq is still continuing, guys. It's still having that overall double top starting to fall. So it's just continuing in the overall move. All right, it's still falling. Very overextended looking Nasdaq, guys. Wow. Heavily overextended. You have your overall continuation on Nasdaq. Wow. Look at this. Nasdaq is still continuing, guys. This is crazy. I don't even have anything charted under here. You can see it's just dropping. The overall area, there's some opportunities right here for a nice little bounce, but we'll wait and see. You can see how it's starting to form that neckline, or sorry, that bottom wick. All right, it's going to be a neutral zone for me. I'm going to change that. There you go, guys, right there. Look at this. Wow. Look at US 30, guys. Guys, look at my webcam right now. I want you to look at my webcam. Look at my webcam right here. 3 blues, US 30. Okay, 3 blues, US 30. All right. This is not the one I was using. My bad. Okay, so if you waited, that's okay. Guys, if you waited, that's okay. If you waited, you got that wick down, it's okay. If you guys bought, you see how it came into this demand area right here near the 200? This is going to be formation of a neckline in previous structure, all right? Okay. See how it's coming into supply now, guys? I got out of mine. I swiped it quick. I understand how this works, so viewers delight, I just showed you I was trading, guys. I took the US 30 buys. Okay, guys, remember now, you can see it's coming into higher time frame selling pressure. All right, so remember, if you're in that trade, like it has head fake opportunities to show you. Okay, so now if you're in this, guys, look to maybe take some P's, take some profits, do whatever you got to do. All right, let's watch and see. A lot of people are selling gold, guys. Sorry, I haven't focused on it yet. That's my bad. I just want to see Nasdaq really quickly. Look at Nasdaq. It's still in that sell. We talked about that clean area, so it's still dropping from the overall trade we had before. All right. We didn't have that on there, but look, it's still selling through. All right. Let's check out gold real quick. Wow, guys. Wow, look at gold. For all the sellers who called it, you guys are awesome. Good sells, guys. If you got in, for real, look, it came up to this area, tried to push, was rejected, and then it sold off. So for all the guys who held their sells, guys, good for you. Good for you, honestly. Hopefully you didn't like go into too much drawdown. You know what I mean? I know some people are using prop firms and stuff like that. So I hope you didn't over leverage too much. But if you caught that, guys, congratulations. Absolutely. All right. Good job. I didn't trade gold. I didn't even focus on that. I was looking for US 30. Okay. So just keep that in mind. But if you guys held it, that's great. Good for you. Good for you guys. For real. Let's check out GBP quick. Sold off. Okay. Bouncing out of that demand. So let's stick with US 30 since that's the one we're looking at. Remember, it's coming in now to that supply. Okay. That's why it's very quickly. Here's your starting of the reversal here. Let's see if this selling pressure will now turn into a neutral zone. We'll wait and see here. All right. Okay, so look at US 30 retracing now. Huge. It's retracing. Okay, this is why, remember, the overall market open can be very volatile. You have your head fake leading into the next potential move. All right. So remember, guys, it's 9:37. I haven't even told you guys yet that there's a massive red folder at 10 a.m. Manufacturing, guys, There's a lot of things going on in the world that involves manufacturing, okay? There's a lot of things, all right, for real. So this is going to be a very big folder. Why traders care. Leading indicator of economic health. Businesses react quickly to market conditions, and their purchasing managers hold perhaps the most current and relevant insight to the company's view of the economy, okay? So just it's a very big folder, okay? So now we just traded market open, New York Stock Exchange. The trade ran, it was great, but then obviously you see just as fast as it ran, it started to dump, okay? So if you're in this, guys, if you're in the sell and you caught it, that's great, right? If you're in the buy, you got it, right? Let's let's wait and see. We're looking at gold. Look at gold, okay? Like this is why I like gold, but I don't in a certain sense because like if you weren't fast enough on your sell, you're now retracing, and your short-term pullback is leading to the overall retest of the 9 EMA before making its next move. Okay, gold is dirty, but it's still looking good if you caught that sell. All right. Let's focus on US 30, guys. That's the one people want to see. Let's check out Nasdaq one more time before. So Nasdaq is still dropping, guys. Nasdaq is still heavily selling off. All right, still heavily selling off. What are your guys' thoughts on US 30? What are you guys' thoughts on Nasdaq? What do you? I would love to know your guys' insights for real. Look at Nasdaq, massive sell-off, guys. Okay. Wow, look at that dirtiness. See, do you see how on the 9 exponential moving average it's using as a support there? That's why I like using the moving averages. People maybe would make fun of you for it, but if it works for you guys, why would you change it? You know what I mean? All right. Athena, atta girl. Guys, if you here's something that'd be great. If you guys nailed any of those trades there, just like put in the chat box. Let me know what you think, or let me know what it is. All right. Okay, just checking my charts here. Okay, look at the indecision now. It's starting to form. Let's see where we're at. You can see we're not heavily overbought yet. All right. Okay, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You want to? Okay, gold is starting to make some moves again. Okay, really choppy on gold, guys. Let's check out something else. I don't like focusing on this. We'll maybe look at it when news drops. Okay, but Nasdaq is one of the best plays of today. Okay, it was extremely overbought, very high territory. You know what I mean? We had an opportunity if it was going to retrace, like psychological 16,000. You know, we had that drawn there. That'd been a massive move. But as you can see, you know, all the negativity in tech and stuff like that that's been happening. That's why you're getting that short-term sell-off here. Okay. 2 minutes and 26 seconds. You can see now they're finding some support right here. What do I think will happen with gold? I have no idea, man. I have no idea because that news is going to hit and it could be bullish or bearish depending on the world economy. And then you have to react based on the DXY. All right. Okay. Let's check out our US 30 here. Okay. So starting to form a little bit of selling pressure here. Okay. I want to see 9:45. I want to see 2 minutes. I want to see in 2 minutes what will happen. All right. Guys, if you're in here telling people to sell full margin, like that's not right. You guys should not be telling people to sell full margin. I'm not going to call it anyone, but if you're doing that to people, you should not be telling them to do that. That is how people's accounts are no longer there. So it's not right to do. I don't think you should be doing that. It's not fair to the people who are new and they what if they listen to you and then they have no more account? That's not fair. All right. So please don't put in here sell full margin or anything like that. That's not right. Okay. You got to be thinking of every trader, not just yourself. Okay. My news updates, guys, I get from forexfactory.com. Okay, they're one of the best news outlets for world economic news and information. Okay, they give you weeks in advance so you can see what's coming up next. Okay, so US 30 is still forming that potential sell-off coming here. Okay, so if you're in that trade, I closed. I was out. I showed you this. I told you this. We got to see if now it's going to get past this previous consolidation. All right. Okay, you can see now there's a reversal here starting to come, right? Let's see now if we're starting to fall down. Let's see if we're going to start to get into this area right here, maybe break and come back down to this overall demand. All right, this was the open trade. This is the potential sell-off that's happening, okay? 4 minutes left, 4 minutes left. You're starting to see it's retracing coming into this overall was once resistance, and now it's starting to form potential buying areas in terms of demand, okay? It's just acting as support and resistance, all right? You can start to see now a little bit of push. Nasdaq found some support. Okay, we'll check that out. Check that out. Okay, let's check out Nasdaq. I mentioned people found some support. Okay, so remember we had that nice little bounce starting to form. It's attracted to here, okay? So we got to see now what's going to happen once it gets to that moving average, okay? Let's just wait and see. Is there any patterns forming on gold? Let's see. No, I don't like gold. Guys, I'm not gonna focus on gold right now. Like I keep saying this, but I feel bad because I know a lot of people are trading it. But look at this shit. It's not good. Like you got to realize that when gold, if you're married to a pair or anything like that, you know what I mean. You got to divorce it if you don't think it's gonna run in the right. If it's being choppy, we'll wait. We'll chart it at 950, 955, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So just keep that in mind. You also want to make sure you're checking your DXY. What's going on with the dollar right now? Okay, look at this. Remember how we found a nice little support right here? Started to make the bullish engulfing candlestick, which is your potential continuation pattern here. But now it got rejected at the 200, which is previous support. Now turns into previous resistance, and now you're starting to sell off. All right. So there's your US 30, guys. It's still forming that potential sell here. So if it starts to break, you got to understand it can still start to come down, maybe get to the 200 area, all right? But we got to watch for the break and the retest. Kevin Paul, there you go, guys. See, there's the break. There's your continuation, okay? We'll wait and see if it's going to hold here. This was the area right here, 35957. We'll wait and see. Remember, it's not over leveraging. It's small. If you are, I know maybe some people took the sell, okay? Just remember, nice and tight, nice and tight. If you're not waiting for it and you're just watching, okay, just remember it's got a break, hold below that 9 for the overall continuation, okay? Check GU. I can check GU for sure. Here's your reversal, okay? GU is now back in that overall bullish flag pattern waiting to make its next move, okay? That's GBP USD, all right? There's your US 30, guys. Remember, it's iffy if you're selling it just yet, all right? It's got to break and hold below that moving average and below this previous support, which will then turn resistance, okay? Is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas a good book? Yes, it is. Absolutely. A lot of traders can, guys, everyone can click buy or sell. Everyone can do that. You know what I mean? My mother, she's 80 years old, can click buy or sell. But it talks about the psychology behind trading and all the aspects that go into it. You know what I mean? FOMO, why you're taking trades and this and that. And pretty much it's giving you a real story of a real trader, told in pretty much great fiction. Okay, so I do suggest watching it or reading it. There's a free version on YouTube, but it's good. I do like it. Okay, look at the massive selling pressure now. Okay, there's your sell, guys. Remember we had that opportunity showing there. There's your continuation. Now watch for this new candle. All right, let's just see something here. So remember, guys, if you did take that, if you took the sell, it's quick in and out, okay? Quick in and out. The short was from right here. Remember I had it set up, and now it's starting to sell, all right? 35957, if it held below, you're looking good, and that'd be the overall sell. So, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't take that, okay? I'm good with what I did there. But for you guys, if you waited 15 minutes, remember I showed you just wait 15 minutes, 9:45 right here. This is your sell-off candle. Remember we had a push, we had the reversal pull. Also, keep in mind that Nasdaq was it sold off too. So they're not always correlated, but they can follow suit. You know, so this wasn't on here, okay, guys. So if you're just signing on or you're watching, this was not on here. Okay, I put it on here originally and then I took it off just to show you. I didn't want to crowd the chart, but if you guys did take it, it's still looking okay. It's still looking good. All right. So if you're in this, guys, remember move your stop loss to break even and take this trade. The only reason why I'm saying this is because it's balancing out a demand. This is a fast trade, guys. This dropped fast and it's pushing up fast. Okay, you can see it. A lot of buyers here. They're now closing it above that overall 5-minute uptrend. Look to secure. If you're in this sell, look to secure this. Okay, if you got it anywhere around here, take this trade regardless. All right, take this trade. or partials or whatever you feel most comfortable with. This thing can reverse, all right? It can reverse. Last wick getting filled. Absolutely, guys. I want to give a shout out to my man Mario. The guy's been original gangster from when we first started my company. You know what I mean? He's killing. So you see what I'm saying, guys, about the pullbacks? It's bounced in a higher time frame demand area. So this is why I'm saying look to secure some of this trade, okay? Because it can push back up to entry. All right, it can, and you can see clear as day it's doing it. It just because it dipped into hero. If you didn't take this, that's okay. That's why I didn't. I didn't really like how it was coming in this. The area was so close to potential demand. All right, check on gold. Okay, guys, sorry. I'm just trying to break down some stuff for you. Wow, look at gold. Okay, guys, we have 7 minutes until that 10 a.m. candle. All right, the 10 a.m. candle, guys, please remember it's news. So it's high impact news coming here. All right. My man Mario, he just cleaned 5K when his funded account. I'm about to post it in Telegram. Okay, guys, I'm going to ask you something here. What do you want to trade during this news? Do you want to go gold? Do you want to go US 30? What do you want to do? Put it in the chat. I'll judge accordingly. I'm going to have to set this up if we're trading gold here, okay? Look at gold, guys, okay? It's crazy. Beautiful, my man. I want to give a shout out to Timothy Conway in our group. He just scalped the hell out of Nasdaq and he's holding it. Congratulations, brother. That's huge, man. Really proud of you on that one, man. For real. Shout out to Tim Conway. For real. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for posting in the group as well. I appreciate that. Okay. You can see what's happening on gold now, guys. It's trying to push before its next big move. All right. Okay, see how it's consolidation broke out. Now we have the next 5 minutes, guys. This is going to be news. Okay, 10 a.m. news. All right, so we got to really watch and see what's going on here. I don't know where we can catch the most amount of pips, guys, because most amount of pips can lead to the most amount of lost pips too. Okay, that's why I'm asking you guys what you want to do. You know what I mean? I think gold had the most votes, so we can watch and see what's going to happen with gold. Um, so I want to see this just to show you now we got out of it, waiting for the overall next move. All right, let's check out the Nasdaq setup here. Currently, it's happening. Okay, look, Nasdaq. We have a bullish engulfing candlestick right here, bouncing out of some support here, but now it's getting the gated, starting to form. All right. All right, I'll check Gbp Usd one time, and then we'll let our see what's going to happen. So here's GU, guys. Remember I told you it's dipping down in that overall bullish flag area. So there's a lot of buyers accumulating here. Just have to wait and see if this is maybe potentially forming a head and shoulder pattern. We have a shoulder here, a head, and a shoulder. If that's the case, guys, GU can actually start to sell off and continue in the overall trend. All right. Okay. check Nasdaq. Completely almost engulfing the previous bullish engulfing candle candles. So let's watch. Yeah, it's starting to shoot back down still. All right. Let's check out our US 30 here. Okay, so remember US 30, guys, it's still holding below there. It's a lot of wick. They price pushed it back and they pushed all the way back up below, and they held below that 9 moving average. I'm not liking this. I'm going to stick with, I think we'll do gold. All right. All right. $9.57. I'm going to erase that. So this is 10. This is 10 right here. I'm going to mark this right here, okay? Guys, this is just a tip, okay? Like for real, if it's news, you don't want to be holding a news trade, okay? Because price can erratically reverse, all right? It's still bullish here. You can see it's still holding about this 9. It's 9:58. There's about a minute and 45 seconds left. See how it's getting that last little push, all right? Price is still going up, okay? But price on the RSI is starting to go down. All right, you can see it's starting to fall. Let's see now what's going to happen on price. Okay, gold is in a critical area right now. About a minute left here into news. So remember, guys, don't over leverage anything right here. It's the same thing. Use smaller lot sizes. All right, for the news. If you're new, don't trade news. Like I said, it's up to you. You'll see maybe the erratic behavior that news is about to bring. Okay, news is always 50-50 chance. Like exactly what some of the people are putting on here. That's why it's not always best to trade it. You can trade it if you'd like, but just remember that it's essentially almost like gambling. You know what I mean? So guys, and also one thing to keep in mind, check your spreads. So I'm not going to put any targets on here until we see the overall retracement happen, okay? Because gold is at a critical point. You got to remember my areas down here for the sell, 1787.5 is down here, okay? It tapped it once and then it reversed it, all right? So news is going to happen in literally about 9 seconds, all right? So let it play out. There's no point in putting anything on here just because of the impact of the news. It'll have high. It'll be very high, all right? Okay, here's your 10 a.m. news, guys, okay? It's maybe not to have crazy erratic behavior just yet. Let the news digest, let it start to settle, and then start to look. Guys, if you don't realize that 9:30 is just like news, it's the same thing almost. Just no news coming out. Look at that top wick, guys. Okay, a lot of top wick. Let's check out what's going on with this news here. Positive correlation for red folder. Positive news, 60.8. Okay, let's check out. Look at this. Okay, this is the DXY starting to form some nice little dip right here. Okay, let's check out gold now. Oh, sorry. There's US 30 still in the sell, guys, by the way. If you find that, US 30 is still selling. All right, but we want to focus on gold here. Why is gold continuing to pump if the DXY is pumping? Why? Okay, why is it happening? Why is it happening? It's a massive reversal in DXY here. I need to see this start to break, okay? I need to see this around the 9 moving average for it to get down below here before anything, guys. If not, it's still bullish. All right. Okay, 2 minutes and 40 seconds here. Okay, 2 minutes and 4 seconds here. So I'm waiting for it to get down here, guys. I'm not hammering out yet. If you're here, guys, that's okay. You know what I mean? If you're scalping sells here, just keep in mind, have your stop loss ready. Okay, I would have it at like maybe 1795 area, a little bit above this wick to give it a little breathing room. Okay, so we can erase this. Now this is continuing to drop. Let's see. Wow, guys, look at Nasdaq. This was one of the. This was. I love this trade. Double top, just neckline break, guys. This is clear as day. Like, this is amazing. You could have banked so hard on Nasdaq. I know my man Mario did, and or sorry, not Mario, but I know a couple other guys did in our group and stuff like that. So that was one of the best trades of the day. US 30 still selling off here. Remember, so this is why you wait. Okay, you have a massive push on market open. Let it settle about 9:45. You can see they're having a continuational sell here. All right, so. It's nice, guys, but just have patience. If you don't like these impulse candles, holy shit. Did you guys see that? Look at US 30. Whoa. Melting. Guys, if you're in that sell, you are banking, guys. I want to see if GBP USD actually had that inverse head and shoulder. It is, guys. It's starting to, sorry, head and shoulder pattern here. It's starting to, shoulder, head, and shoulder starting to reverse, okay? Holy shit. US 30 is sinking right into this overall higher time frame demand, all right? All right, let's watch gold now. Let's go back on gold. See what I mean, guys? Gold is manipulated. That's why gold is fun, but it can be very. It's a piss off sometimes, okay? Okay, sorry, guys. Just make an update here. Okay, so you can see now that we're starting to get a little bit of selling pressure in here, guys. I'm only going to stay till 10:15, okay? So another 10 minutes, all right? And then we can do that, all right? So let's just wait and see here what's going to happen. So gold, guys, remember, only looking below that 9 EMA. Only looking below that 9 EMA, all right? If we're selling, that would be, and remember, your stop loss is nice and tight. All right, you're maybe looking at 10, 15 pips max. All right, we'll wait and see what's going to happen now. And I'm looking at this as a little divergent play. Okay, you can see that it's starting to sell off here. Price is starting to rise. It's about a one-to-one trade, guys. So if you're looking at this, it's totally up to you. But remember, it's a one-to-one. All right, if you want to enter in early, just accept the risk. Okay, let's check out US Nasdaq now. See, it's starting to find a little bit of support here. All right, higher time frame support forming. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here, so we can leave that alone. Same with US 30. Okay, so you can see now it made a nice little bounce out of demand here. Okay, so if you understand this, it's going to come back up and retest the 200. It's heavily sold off from that 9 moving average. So just remember that it's going to have the break and retest. All right. Okay. So there's GU holding some support here. So people trading GU, it's tried to break out, but now it held nice support. All right. Okay, you can see gold is starting to form a little bit of selling pressure here. $8K day with US 30. My man. Shout out to Mario though. He remember I told you who made 4? He just doubled it and made 8K for his prop firm. Okay, so that has an alert on it. We'll just watch that and make sure. So keep in mind, guys, that gold is starting to break here. That's a nice sell candle. All right. And that's why just having a little bit of patience. You know what I mean? I didn't like here, wait till news. Like, that's why I was waiting. Like, everyone kept selling, but news is the best thing for potential reversals to happen, okay? US 30 dumped hard. Let's check out US 30 here. US 30 did not dump hard, it reversed hard. It dumped hard, yeah, but then you had the reversal, all right? So, guys, that's like the erratic behaviors of these, they're crazy, okay? So, we weren't really focusing on that. Just watch, all right? It's getting rejected now. We'll wait and see what's going to happen to formation of US 30, but that's how fast it can go. Fast, quick drops for quick pops, all right? Oh my God. All right. Okay, you can see now it's forming some support and overall demand. They pushed it back up here. Now holding. We'll see if we're going to get a push. All right. Let's check out Nasdaq and we'll go back on gold. Okay, same with Nasdaq. So similarly forming the nice support here. That's why you're getting that push to the upside. Okay. Okay, let's check out gold here. Perfect. You see right now, guys, remember it's down here, 1789.2, below the moving average. Below the moving average. If you got this candle up here, phenomenal, that's great. But I need it to close below the moving average with a continuation. All right. Guys, we'll wait for this to form. I think like that's a reversal candle here. Okay, like that's a huge bearish engulfing candlestick. So let's just wait and see. There's about 4 minutes left. Here was the overall trade down here, not here. Okay, you can see clear as day. Green is areas for entry. Red is stop loss. So if you guys are still new to the channel, just keep that in mind. All right. Okay, guys, but I just want to quickly go over one thing with you. The boot camp that we're hosting today, I'm opening it up until 6 p.m. tonight. Okay, sorry, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to grab the bronze 3-month package, it's up to you. You get the boot camp for free, okay? But also you get to join us for 3 months. And then leading into our next boot camp, you can decide what you want to do, okay? This is not reoccurring, so this is just a one-time thing. Get used to our group, see what you like about it, okay? If you join the silver and platinum, obviously we'd include that to you, but this is the one that obviously a lot of people are joining with. So if you want to do it, it's up to you or not, guys. We also have our monthly plan here. You know what I mean? Check it out. Send some updates and stuff. I don't want to spend too much time on this because a lot of times I lose a lot of people when I go over this. But yeah, guys, check it out and www.stocksnipertrading.com. Okay. Okay, so 10:12, guys. I'm going to stay for about 3 more minutes, and then we're going to have a great day, guys. And tonight's going to be boot camp. Miss V, excited for the boot camp. I love it. I love it. Okay, so look, guys, gold held here. Now it's starting to walk to the upside, all right? We can keep these opportunities. It might not happen right now, but like I said, remember 1789.2? It's got to break below here to even get here, and it hasn't even done that. So just watch. Guys, absolutely. Supreme Star. Guys, if you're a previous monthly member, yes, you're obviously included in the boot camp. Absolutely, you are. Yes. For our loyal members, absolutely. Okay. Guys, we're recording it, but the first half will not be available. The second half we will upload to the website for the members, okay? We're using the first half for own previous content, all right? Boot camp is between 6 and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, okay? And guys, for members, I just want to update you on something. You're not going to be able to get the link in Telegram, okay? It's going to be updated on the website. We'll send you a video recording of how to do everything today. So just keep that in mind. We made some really fast, quick changes to deal with some small little issues that we had, but no links will be posted in the Zoom, guys. If you have questions, we'll update you based on that, okay? So let's check out US 30 here. Look at US 30, guys. Still holding some support around that 5-minute demand right around the 200, okay, before making its next move. All right. Not much movement. It was a nice push and then pull movement on US 30, okay, but now it's like it's kind of indecision mode right around that 200, okay? So gold, the same thing. It didn't even break below here to get in there, so we got to wait on gold. It might come back up and retest here one more time before making its next move, but keep this in mind, guys. 1789.2 is the opportunity that I will be looking for. If it doesn't even come close there, then you know what I mean, cancel it, and then you're good to go, okay? All right, guys, but yeah, 10:15. I really appreciate everyone joining on the call, all right? All members, we're going to send you some updates today regarding what's happening tonight. Guys, if you're interested in the boot camp, remember stocksnipertrading.com. We will be busy today, so if you do email and stuff like that, we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can, all right? As soon as we possibly can, all right? And yeah, so I hope you guys had a great call tomorrow morning. We might go a little bit earlier, 6:30, so we can get that 7 a.m. move. All right, but I'll update you guys in the group. But thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate all your support and stuff like that, all the likes and everything. And I hope you guys had a good call. You know, regardless if you didn't do anything, you just watched. You know, that's probably some of the best thing that you could do. Okay, so same time, same channel tomorrow, guys. Any changes, we'll update you. But God bless, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Okay, for real. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Bye-bye.